Why do you think this person behind me has such a big schnoz?
Oh.
You know, they say
Say
big
it, Drew.
nose,
Say it, Andrew.
a lot of digging.
He does. I can see it from here.
Imagine when he gets a cold. That thing's a faucet. It's not a
I was gonna say, does
man.
mine look big from this distance?
Not that big though.
Oh.
That's like twice the size of his head, like half the size of his head. Now there you go. You're welcome. Let me do the streamer thing and keep making noise while I'm trying to focus on something else. Gotta go back to OBS. 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 Gotta go back to OBS so early in the morning. You go poopy on your own.
I go poopy right now. You just can't tell.
Okay, Joe. There's just a guy named Joe recently that I keep thinking
There we
about
go.
that probably went to the bathroom when
Ba ba da ba ba da bum bum ba ba da ba ba dee bee ba ba da ba ba da ba 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 da ba da bee bee. Girl.
Oh my god.
Let's do 6 decibel. Nope, nope, nope. Let's do 9 decibels. Ha 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 hee hee. Ha ha. Ooh. There we go.
A million.
We gotta spit out my gum here.
Save it for later.
Ew, God no. God no.
Save that bad boy for later.
Gotta save the flavor. Okay, guys. Okay.
All right. Are we ready?
What are you rolling for?
Nothing.
We're dead.
Nothing.
Dude, we're dead already. He's rolling already before he even said anything.
It's fine. It's fine. Relax.
You rolled multiple dice too.
Relax. Shh, relax. I just want to take some pictures. Relax.
I'm the least relaxed I've been.
You
in a long
violated.
time. I can.
Here we go. Okay. I have like
you
a.
think you're violated? I
There
can
we go.
make you. I can give you something to feel violated about.
I
I
don't know.
like it.
I like a Picasso.
Picasso.
All right, boys. Okay, dokie, how to shoot this. Okay. So,
The stream is brought to you by Yeezy.com.
yeah. Anyway. All right. So, after the conflict of the creatures who were
I have
going
a
off
creature.
in one direction, who would re-heal themselves. And after the battle, you helped a couple of guards by sending them to the church. Afterwards, you both got something from Guldara.
A bead. I got a bead to call her.
Very true.
Hey girl.
And I got money.
Hey girl, we're about halfway there. Oh my god.
I mean, go ahead. Oh my
Where are you going? This guy in my bag keeps wiggling.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, my notes say got bead from Goldara to call her, saved guards, have torso of Nightwalker tied up, limbs locked in another location.
Perfect.
Heading east. fresh and rotten corpses.
Yes.
I do forget about the locked up torso.
I do smell bad now.
Yep.
All the time.
Very much so. Very much so. Okay.
I chose a juicy one.
I chose a real nice one. So, how would we like to start?
So where are we sleeping in the graveyard?
You guys,
I think we got up and started heading east because all the Nightwalkers headed east at the same time.
All right.
not yet. Not yet. You guys wanted to make camp before you guys set off because that's how we ended our session.
And just think, we only rested for about 3 weeks.
Yeah, for real. Longest sleep of your characters' lives.
Is my
We didn't even have to
HP
eat,
that yet?
dude. We were just pure hibernation.
I mean, to be fair, after a fight like that, I think anybody would hibernate. Cause good lord. But
I got ragdolled around. I didn't like that.
I don't like it at all. So,
I was just minding my own business.
how
I have
would
a
we
real hard
like
time.
to start? You're at the base camp now, in the back of the graveyard where you guys originally set up.
I check on
Yes, they did.
I check on the corpse with no arms and legs that I have tied to a tombstone that I stole to make sure he's still tied there.
From what you can tell, it's still tied, and you can still see it's starting to gnaw at the air. You can hear like the clicks of the teeth as it keeps trying
Alright.
to bite.
I put it back on my back and make sure that the stick I put in its mouth is really secure so it can't bite me. Or rope.
You
or
know, we
whatever
probably
it
just
is.
pulled those teeth out, and then all the worst it could do was gum you.
You don't want that. 'Cause then I wouldn't wear the torso on my back. You know what I mean?
I don't say. I mean, like one time that thing's gonna come loose, it's gonna chomp you on the shoulder, and it's gonna suck. But if we get yank,
So, as you put it on your back, you can kind of feel like the weight of it. It's for you. It's like wearing a backpack. It's just light enough for you, but you can still
Like,
feel.
slightly annoying.
And as for Mao, what are you doing?
well, if we're just waiting to start heading east to follow the
You should say
undead,
about Goldar
probably
or
just
you
check on
haven't
Raven to
yet.
make sure he's getting ready as well.
Okay. As you see Rizzard, you can see he seems he's tired from what you can tell. He's still packing up everything, but you can definitely tell that fight took quite a bit out of him.
Like literally, didn't they bite like chunks out of him?
Yep. They did indeed.
Perhaps we could find you a potion.
Magic for
I-
Papa.
As you can see, like, there is a gouge in, like, the back of his neck. He's like, oh, no, I'm fine. Thank you, though. Thank you. As he, like, puts on his hat, and he kind of, like, dusts it off there.
Yeah, you're like one hard breeze and a handful of dirt from an infection away, so let's go ahead and get you something to heal.
No, I'm fine. There's no time. There's no time like the present. Plus, I can manage. It's okay. I'll heal myself with some magic later. It's just, I don't need it right now.
Can I try to bring
Okay.
up something the Rizzard told me about healing when he was teaching me about healing to make him feel like he's going against his own advice? That maybe he should get healed now and not later.
Go ahead and give me. I'm gonna say
$5.
$5. Give me 5 whole big ones, okay? All right, hold on.
If you donate $5 to the stream, you can do one thing and it's whatever you want.
God. One thing and one thing only. I'm gonna say, give me a persuasion check.
I'm pulling up my thing right now.
Pop up persuasion check.
Sorry, I'm really making good content here. For you.
Great content.
Comes with great responsibility. All right, I got -1 persuasion.
Great.
Now let's roll. 8.
Great. 8. All right, what would you like to say?
I remind him of how he told me that it's important to do the healing right away because it makes it harder to heal the longer you put it off. Or something like that.
Something like that? Okay. You see,
I
Wizard...
say it probably more dumbly, but I'm trying to
No,
make
it's fine.
Wizard a little proud, like, hey, look, I did remember something you taught me.
You see him, like, he kind of, like, grabs Gronk's shoulder there. It's like, oh, thank you, Gronk. Thank you, Gronk. Yes,
You mean
yes.
like this?
Yeah, like, his very short stature, because he's about, like, 4 foot tall, so he's, like, really reaching up there.
He crawls up Gronk's back, avoiding the undead,
zombie.
and then pats Gronk on his little head.
Yes, thank you,
Oh,
Gronk.
God.
Thank you, Gronk. I will be... I'm well aware of that. I promise. I promise. I don't want to be a detriment to the group, so I say we go. We go and we do what we were meant to do as adventurers. And he like gives you like a love tap, like a very soft punch on the arm.
Gronk just hits him on the back. Like, all right, buddy.
you see him just kind of like jerk for it. All right, so does everybody have everything? Are we good to go?
I believe so.
I recommend to the chat or the party that we stop at the inn and say bye to those guys and tell them we're going to the east.
Where they are?
And make sure that the one...
That one.
Make sure Kieda, barmaid, dwarf, knows that she was right, and other dwarf was not right.
He was not right. Not right, I tell you. Okay. Mao, are you with this?
Are you with it?
Yeah, we can do that. It will also give the wizard a little more time, so it makes sense.
Okay. All right. So you guys head to the Bortusk Inn. And you see Bronze as he's kind of just washing the bar. And he sees you guys come in. Oh, hello! How are we doing, my friends?
We're doing wonderful, but my buddy here wanted to share some news.
Aye! You wanted to share some news, did ya?
Hey, you're the one that wanted to tell him everything. Speak up, buddy.
I feel so bad right now. In real life, I just tell Bronze about what happened and how the Nightwalkers are real, and they all went to the east.
You see him.
And that we're going to follow them. Sorry.
You see his face, like at first it started like with joy that you guys showed up again, and then as you're telling him, you can see his face start to turn white. And then you see him just grab a bottle off the shelf and just start pouring into a glass. Not even facing you guys, and he just chugs the whole thing. And he puts it down. So she was right all along, huh? As again, he's still not facing. He's still facing the wall.
I just say unfortunately.
You hear him like kind of like kick the wall a bit. He's like,
Damn it. I've been a straight bastard this whole time. All right, let me go fetch her.
and you see him walk off the bar there. And you see.
Do you think the other people in the bar have noticed that I have a half-rotting corpse tied to my back? Because I feel like they would probably notice that.
Give me a perception check.
That's my uncle.
What are you doing with Darley Dan? you got a.
No, I'm Dirty
He was such a
Dan.
good boy back in the day.
So what'd you roll
I got
there?
a 15.
15. Okay, you look around and you see there's just tables full of people. Like there's no talking or nothing. You can like
They got
hear a
their-
pin drop as they're
They
just
got their mug root beer and they're just like,
they're just all like watching as you carried in a straight up rotting corpse that's still moving, by the way. And there you see like people like start to shake as they're trying to like drink, and it's like doing that cartoon thing where like it's just pouring straight on the floor. And then
I tried to
go ahead.
say, it's okay. It's okay. But I don't do a good job. Like, I don't need a roll. I don't
It's just our,
do a
it's
good
our
job.
guide dog. It's pointing the direction we're supposed to go. We're not keeping it forever.
Yes. He's just a sniffer, as it were, as you can see here. He's such a good boy.
And you see Rizzo like pat his head as like the zombies, like, even though its mouth is like still closed, it still tries to reach for his hand. And with that, you hear the footsteps coming up from the stairs there. And you see her, and her face just turns white as she locks eyes with the thing that is on your back. And you see her turn around and she just punches Bronze right in the arm super hard. And you just see him,
Oh! Yeah, I guess I deserve that a little bit.
and then you see her like she's starting to punch him over and over and over again, and you see like tears run down her face, and then you see him just embrace her while she starts going into a full bawling. And it lasts for a little while there, and then she starts to get her bearings and take deep breaths.
Can I hug them also?
And you guys all spend a moment there where
Because I figure I kneel down and I'm just like around both of them
as you do,
awkwardly.
even though it may look awkward, but there's a sense of just warmth as you guys are all huddled there for a moment. And you can kind of feel everyone's emotions start to really come out in that moment. And then as you release, you even see Bronze, who never, ever cries. You can see like a single tear like down his face. All right. As he like wipes the snot away from his nose. All right, that's enough. We need to straight to business as he like kind of like fixes his shirt a little bit.
Now that I was terribly wrong, I have a lifetime of repayment to do. But before that, what do you need that we can help you with?
You just hear a wizard pipe up like, if you have anything with healing, that would be fantastic, as he like points to his like huge gouge in his neck. Oh dear. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Bronze pulls out a big thing of Tony Sachery's Creole seasoning. Usually when I cook a bird, I use this. Just kidding.
You just could you
I've been
imagine?
waiting to say that for like 10 minutes.
You see Kieta, and she's like, oh dear, and you see her run off, and you see her, she comes back and she grabs like a nice glass vial, and it's bright red liquid, and she pops it open and a little bit of smoke comes out, and she immediately just runs over and shoves it into his mouth.
It has to be a healing potion.
And all you see is him going as her like dwarf strength is just keeping him there,
Holding his beak open.
force feeding him, and then you see her let go, and then you just see the wound start to close up.
Oh, I mean, you could have just handed it to me. That would have been fine, but I appreciate it. Thank you.
And you see her, you wouldn't have taken it anyways, otherwise you would have just made your way to the potion shop.
All right, fair point.
As he like kind of like puts his cloak over the now invisible wound.
Invincible.
Invisible.
Oh.
So
Invincible.
it's still there.
wound.
Festering,
Hit it.
just
Hit him
invisible.
right there, buddy. And see if he breaks.
It's still there.
I was gonna say we're gonna have to smell that wound every now and then, make sure it doesn't start getting infected. It's not healed, it's invisible.
It's invincible.
Gingivitis. the silent
Gingivitis.
killer. It's like,
Gingivitis. Now, no, as I was saying, I'm very terribly sorry that I've been such a bastard. Now, for supplies, what do you all need?
Food
Food?
and provisions to last us the journey, because we really don't know how far we're gonna have to go.
Oh, aye.
How long until we'll find somewhere to resupply.
All right. How about you, Linky One?
And he looks at you, Mao.
Yeah, lanky.
yeah, I guess I didn't realize I was lanky. I don't think I'm all that tall. Well, I guess he's short.
He's a dwarf.
Well, I was gonna say I'm gonna stop by, pick up some potions, and probably some food wouldn't hurt as well. Some rations that wouldn't perish so easily.
All right.
Guys,
And-
right on your nipples.
And you see him look at Kieta.
All right. So here's what we'll do for you. We're going to make you a huge 30-day meal. So, in other words, we're going to give you dried food so it's not going to get moldy when you're on there.
In other words, 5 days of food for me, because you're a dwarf.
Yeah, the rations don't line up. No, I'm just
No,
kidding.
I'm
Just kidding. Just kidding.
They're magical rations that work for everyone equally.
It's like the Elven Grub, but what about second breakfast?
But what about second breakfast?
It's really crazy because the small in these games and stuff, the smaller the person, the more they eat.
It's very true, actually. Very true.
Like dwarves and hobbits
Because
are
dwarves
very
burn
much
more
known
energy because of their metabolism. Everybody knows that.
like a hummingbird. Like it has to keep eating or it dies because it's like
I'm going
Yeah,
to
the
die.
dwarf's heart is pumping at 1,000 fucking pounds a minute.
I think dwarf hearts have to be pounding like once every like 10 seconds.
Oh, tortoise. They have a tortoise heart.
Boom. That's
All
how
right.
they live so long.
All right.
Hearts
So,
don't grow.
so I'm going to go and start cooking that food for you. Now, I expect you to be back sometime in the afternoon to pick all these up. And for God's sake, don't get yourselves killed.
And he turns around and you see him wander off into the kitchen there, and you see Kieta like start to like grab other patrons' drinks and put them on the bar. You see her run back to the kitchen as well, and then you hear somebody
I
yell
look
in the
over at
back.
Gronk. Look over at Gronk, elbow him. It's like, hey, let's go find a place to die. It's
I look,
mocking the man. I'm not mocking him, just joking.
Gronk thinks about how he wiped all the snot from his nose and went to go cook the food. I'm sure Gronk really wouldn't care in real life, but that's all I could think of was he like went and then never washed his hands.
And as you hear
That's
like
that dwarven seasoning, dude.
as you hear
Gronk
from the back of the bar, you hear Kieta yell, "We're closed, everyone! Please return!" And so you see them all like, ah, and they like slam their drinks down, and you see them like leave coins on the table as they're all starting to like settle out and leave.
I start just helping him close because obviously I've been there forever and I know how the closing goes. So I help guide people out and thank them and
You see that like at first they were frustrated because they just got kicked out, but like as you're helping them, you can see like their mood start to like shift up rather than them just being left there to their own devices, and they start to thank you. And as you're helping them, they tip you 5 gold pieces.
I got money again.
Woo!
I give it to my boy.
To Mal.
Yeah. Mao has all of the money. So far.
Hey, made. So
I did throw a bunch of my money in a hole
that's also very true.
of a grave of a guy that left.
Of a grave. A grave.
Unless Mao
grave
secretly
mistake
went and
indeed.
got it.
All right.
All right. Well, I'm gonna tell him while he's doing this. I'm gonna run over to the potion shop.
Okay.
And to the grave to get the coins I put in there.
I'll go with Mao if you don't mind, Gronk.
Yeah.
And then you see Rizzard just starts following behind Mao there as you guys head to the potion shop, which is oh, it's Yeti's potion shop. There we go.
While they're doing that, I want to try to have a one-on-one with Kieta
Okay.
and like make a pact with her that I will stop this for the sake of her dead child.
Gotcha.
So it's like very emotional for her, but I wanted to tell her by herself, not with everyone around.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm committing my life to solving this problem or dying trying.
So as you tell her this, you see her eyes just fill with tears and she starts crying. And she like grabs like the scruff of your shirt, but it's kind of like by the belly button because dwarves.
I just think I just have this image in my head that's like so like almost adorable of this guy that's supposed to be this big scary guy kneeling and sitting on his like feet trying to be on her level and just letting her like do this, and he's just like consoling her. Like it's like such an opposite visual of what you would expect.
Very true. And as she's like shaking him, and she just tells you, "Do not get yourself killed. You hear me? You hear me?" And she's pointing directly in your chest, and she just pushes super, super hard. Now you listen here. Out there, you might have a mother and father, but to us, you're ours. You understand me? You understand me? You're ours. Do not get yourself killed. You're gonna come back here when you are done. And then she brings your head forward, and like you guys do like a headbutt there. And like you guys like sit there and rest for a moment, and then we're gonna.
Yeah, it's gonna take me a second before I respond to her because that's not normal for me.
So then we're gonna shift over, and you see Mao. You see the familiar face whom you've met before. You see Yeti, the long white-haired gnome, and you can see she has these mechanical goggles on as you come in, and you see like they twist and turn as she turns around and looks at you, and then you see like and then they form up on her head. Oh, hello there. How may I help you?
Well, we are in need for potions.
Oh,
We
yeah.
kind of got our butts worked in a little bout last night, but it wouldn't hurt for us to have a couple.
Oh, so what kind of potions are we looking for? Oh, healing potions. Okay, okay. I can do that for you. How many are we thinking?
Well, what's the price range?
I will give you 1 potion for 5 gold each.
Think I can talk you down to 3?
Give me a persuasion check.
Alright, I gotta look at my persuasion. Also, I've been throwing this dice randomly today, and it has not rolled good once, so this is probably not gonna go well.
GG Meg 1324. Yo, this is great, man. Hey, thanks.
Hello.
Thank you very much.
Ooh, 13.
13. Okay.
Okay, so three gold pieces. Okay. Do you want anything else other than just healing?
Bar soap.
You see her like, you see her like get a little confused. Her nose kind of scrubs.
A bar of soap? Why on earth do
Yeah.
you want a bar of soap for?
Our bird buddy over here got bit a few times. I want to make sure he washes that wound out with something that'll disinfect it.
You just hear him pipe up. Excuse me.
Take a dang bath, bird man.
Fine. Sure, I guess I'll be the butt of the joke. Yeah, sure. 1 bar of soap, please. I just kind of like can hear like the what the crap, man, in his voice.
Okay,
All right,
a
so-
bar of soap. You know what? I'll just do 1 silver for soap. It's easy.
All right, I want
It's funny
10
that
health
they
potions and
don't-
1 bar of soap.
They don't have any science, but they know germ theory. Where he's from. They know about bacterial infection.
They're still real. They're still real. So anyway, so
In medieval times, they like pee on it or something.
and you see her, and like
Well, I
as she
figure there has to be somebody out there with a little bit of knowledge on soap.
as she turns around, you see this big black cauldron, and you see her put her fingers in it, and you see colorful smoke start to pop off. You see pink, blue, green, and you just hear like soft explosion, pop, 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 pop. And then all of a sudden you see her rip him out, and you see her.
Bar
She
of
has
soap.
she has a handful of potions in her hand, and then the bar of soap.
All right, here you go, my friend. This not the most difficult job I've had, but definitely the strangest. So there you are.
The cauldron.
All
was
right,
full
so
of
that would be
soap.
30
The
gold
potions
pieces
were
and 1
already
silver piece,
made.
if I'm correct.
That's the funny part.
What was that, Mal?
I said that'd be 30 gold pieces and 1 silver piece.
1 silver piece. Okay. So you got 10 potions in total?
10 potions and 1 bar of soap.
Perfect. Okay.
Well, thank you very much. Have a good day.
And you see like
Thank you.
and you see the goggles just and she turns around and you see she starts working on the cauldron all over again.
I don't mean to alarm you, but that is insane magic. I am so excited we're here. As you guys are leaving. Ah, yes.
Are you sure you didn't want to talk to her about it? If you wanted to learn something.
No. I love the mystery. I'll learn it later. And then as
Sounds like a plan. Let's get back to Gronk.
Remember, there's a blacksmith and stuff too, in case you guys need a different weapon or something. I'm still at the bar, but my weapon is good. I'm like, it's a
I
good
think
weapon.
mine is fine as well.
Yeah, I mean, if I remember right, didn't one of you buy something from the blacksmith?
I think that RJ convinced him to get something, but the blacksmith looked over my warhammer and said it's one of the best he's seen.
Ah, yes.
Remember?
Yep.
Because we went in there and I showed it to him, and he basically, it made me feel like he was like, you shouldn't be using this for war. Like, this is like an art form, this warhammer. And there I am out in the field smashing arms and legs off.
Smashing arms and legs,
corpse.
just completely bashing them into pieces. So
While they're gone, I get cleaned up too, because I'm sure my warhammer and everything is disgusting.
yeah, it's gross. There's a bit of a smell. So as you you clean everything off and you start to ready yourself while you're waiting there, you hear the doors, like the saloon doors style, open, and you see Mao and Rizzard come in. Now, Gronk, I gotta tell you, that lady at the potion shop, which you probably already knew, and he just starts spitballing about how she makes her potions in the cauldron. He's just so excited because it's new magic to him. And then as Mao starts to follow, Mao, would you like to do or say anything?
Yeah, I got us some potions and the bar is up, so we're good to go whenever we get that food.
Oh, hold on. When you
Gronk
guys,
looked just
oh, sorry, go ahead.
confused that he said a bar of soap.
Oh, yeah. A bar of soap. You see Rizzard look you directly in the eyes, man. Why don't you tell what Gronk? Oh, well, I misspoke. I'm sorry. Why don't you tell Gronk about what you told about the bar of soap?
Used to disinfect bite wounds, like somebody that got a huge chunk taken out of their neck.
What is infect?
Yeah.
That's when your skin turns white and gross smelling, and it will eventually kill you.
Very true.
Where I come from, we just pee on it.
You see Rizzard just look terrified.
I grew up in a city after my childhood, so I don't think I peed on anything that wasn't an outhouse or an actual place for peeing.
Gronk,
For a woman.
Gronk, if you ever pee on me, I just want you to know I will fireball myself into oblivion. All right, so
Gronk,
hold on.
if you ever have to pee on him, you go ahead and do it.
So hold on.
We'll hold him down.
So hold on. GG Meg 1324 says, when you guys have a chance, can you tell me about this world? PS, loving the stream. So
You can tell it, or I could say something. It doesn't
Yeah, no,
Well, I
you're,
was gonna
well, you
say
agree.
We're the world creator.
So basically, it starts with my guy. My guy is Gronk. He is a very large half-orc fighter. He has a very troubled past that none of the party really know about, but the people at the inn that we're at do know about to an extent. And he's trying to just be better than the people that raised him because it was very abusive and very violent, and he wants to help people, which is not usually what the orc band does. And so that's my character so far. Also, I was going to bring up the fact that my character is wearing shackles on their hands, and you still haven't asked about them. Mao.
Yep. So Mal, we'll bring up your characters since we got somebody watching here.
So I just got to go through my whole backstory then.
Whatever we know so far.
Yeah, yeah. It's just whatever you know so far. You can just give like the keynotes or whatever.
All right. Well, the keynotes without going too far back to where he doesn't know. I was orphaned. I was caught stealing from a paladin. The paladin took me under his wing and actually helped me become a paladin. And being from having no home to being taken in, I decided that most of my proceeds will go into helping the homeless. So me and that paladin set up a homeless shelter system thing to help rejuvenate people, get them back on their feet and back into the functioning world. In the city of Katarina, I think is what you called it. But my guy is a changeling. His people very kind until a band of mercenaries discovered that they were changelings and didn't like that. They viewed them as a threat and decided to kill them all. I happened to escape, and that's how I became a homeless person. So when he decided to retire from being a paladin, I had to find another person to help me on my adventures, and that's how I ran into Grunk.
So they have an NPC in the
Short,
party.
simple to the point.
The NPC in the party is called Rizzard, who would just kind of like bursts through the bar doors, looking for adventure. Rizzard, came.
Rizzard the Raven Wizard.
Rizzard the Raven Wizard, because he is a raven. He came from a place called Autumnfell on a ship, looking for adventure. They crashed on Daggertooth, which is a very well-known place where dragons tend to roam, where he had to fend for himself until he met a magic user who taught him how to use magic and how to stay alive where the dragons couldn't kill them. And then he sort of made his way all the way up to Ren, this tiny, tiny, small place where he thought it would be safe enough to finally look out and reach out for fellow adventurers, whom he found Gronk and Mao. The world itself so far, let me see if I can pull it up. Hold up. Let me see. One moment. The screen might go black. Give me a second here. So we're going to do this. We're going to do that. And we're going to look at the world map here. Okay. So then we're going to go open this back up so then we can see. So, okay. So, the world map, we have the whole continent that they're on. They have what's called as the Northgard, which is a place where it's filled with giants, and there's these towns with large walls trying to fend off the giants. Right now, they are in the country of Falisandra, in the small town of Ren. Underneath Falisandra, that's where Daggertooth is, where all the dragons live. And then to the left, they have Lothwin and Gorokia in the northwest as well. Right now, they have met a cleric or a paladin by the name of Guldara, protector of the Enclave, whom they've had kind of not a good upcoming with until just recently, where she was not brave enough to fight these creatures called the Nightwalkers, who showed up at night, and it would be fresh corpses, old corpses, and they all were heading in one single direction, whom the adventurers here, Gronk and Mao, have been fighting with. And then finally they captured one, and they are going to use it to follow the trail of the Nightwalkers. And then once Guldara heard of their efforts and the huge battle that they had, she returned the favor of giving them a device where anytime they need help, she will be there. And that's go ahead.
I have a Nightwalker tied to my back,
Yes.
Because I seen that they were reforming themselves and like healing, and their limbs were coming back out of their body. So I took my warhammer and smashed their arms and legs off. And every time I smashed a limb off, I threw it as far as I could.
The
And
chaos.
then I tied it up and gagged it and put it on my back so we could use it as a compass. And I have locked its limbs elsewhere, so the limbs can't find the body
Return
and
back to it.
regenerate. And so I've been walking around with this rotting flesh bag on my back. I was gonna recommend maybe we go to the blacksmith and see if he could like pour some metal on like the nubbins so that it stops smelling so bad, because it's like just ripped open, and also that way it can't reform. I'm thinking like almost like a shackle, one of the ones that cover your hand, like in a thing, instead of like the only thing I can think of is like Frozen, where Elsa has her hands in that little like metal thing, so she can't move.
Oh, I gotcha.
But like on its
On its
shoulders
on
and
its
on
nubbins.
legs.
On its
Yeah.
nubbins. Okay. Oh, they are at level 1. GG Mick.
Me and Goldar started off not so good.
Not even close.
And I didn't. I basically called her weak and a baby for not standing up and fighting anymore, because she basically gave up. But then once she seen that we were fighting and we actually were serious about it, she kind of was like, yeah, no, sorry. So we have a magic bead to call her, and then me and the tavern lady, who you probably seen earlier, are having a heart-to-heart, but that's basically me caught up. I think that we should do that though, because I'm hoping it'll make the smell go back.
Smell go back to
Like
normal.
a
A
like
little
a
bit
little
at least.
because at least the like insides aren't like pouring out.
Still rotting. Yeah.
Yeah. Like we can contain
Okay.
it.
You hear Rizard pipe up. Oh yes, that sounds like a very good idea. Because my nose is starting to hurt from the smell. I'm not gonna lie. Mal, what would you like to do?
Boogie.
I don't know. Are we about ready to move out? Like, that's my thing. Like, I'm just gonna chill until we're ready.
So are you guys ready?
Yeah, I just think we do that and then head out, because that
Okay.
way in the night we make sure it can't reform and attack us in secret, and maybe he can give us like a bit or something to hold its jaw.
To where it's just shut the whole time?
Yeah, like it can't, even if it wanted to or got loose, it couldn't bite.
So we'll just have you fast forward to
Yeah,
the
like-
blacksmith there. You see the blacksmith, Yomar, again, built older man, has long white beard and long white hair, shredded as he's just banging on some metal, and he sees you.
Oh, hello. Ah, my friends, yes. How may I help
And
you?
I asked him if he saw what happened last night.
No, but
He's ready to move.
No, but I heard what happened, and
I did have to switch his voice a little bit because it started hurting my voice last time, so I'm like trying to just play it safer. So if you're wondering why there's a couple of voice changes, because the first time my voice was wrecked up. Anyway,
yes, but I heard about your efforts. So how may I help you?
I just explained what I've already explained. I don't. Have
yeah, no, you're fine. Yeah, no, you're fine. And he said,
Oh, okay. Yeah, I bet I could do that, and I'll do it for free. Because what you guys are doing for the town should mean something.
and you see him. He starts putting metal in the smelter until it gets perfectly liquid, and you see him just kind of like grab a big heavy ladle, and you see him just grab the nubs and just dip it each one by one.
Now, as for the mouth, that's gonna take a little bit of doohickying here.
And you see him, he grabs like little thin copper pieces. And you see him start to make like these like C shapes out of them. And you see he like, as he like forces it through the top of the lip and out through the jaw. And he puts 3 there. And you see him put a lock in between them, and then he like jiggles it a bit. And you see the monster can no longer open its mouth, but every time it moves, you can hear the jingle jangle of the lock against the metal.
At Spurs, that jingle, jangle, jingle,
Jingle, jingle.
As I stroll merrily along.
And then he looks at you, he's like,
Yep, that should do it. That
I asked, and real quick before we leave, I asked him if he has like a ranged weapon like a crossbow, because all I have is a javelin, and it's not as good at range as like an actual ranged weapon, and I think we need one after the fight.
Also, I was going to ask about a longbow.
a longbow, okay. And as you ask him, you see him just kind of like point to the big wall of weapons that he showed you when you guys first met. And you see there's just a huge assortment of weapons. There's bows, there's crossbows, pretty much.
imagine
I was gonna say, I wasn't sure
Pretty-
if the bow would be sold there or not
pretty
because, it's
much.
made out of wood. So
Pretty
I
much
imagine-
anything
Okay.
you need is right there.
I imagine that he just points at this really, really big crossbow, and he's like, I can't sell this to anybody. Like, it's
Like-
been waiting for
it's
someone like you.
It's like 4 feet
Huge.
big, you know, it's like huge. I think
But
this
it's
will
like
do the trick.
perfect for me.
don't worry. I can always make a larger weapon as well.
As he like grabs it, it's like,
Yeah, try this on for size.
and he like hands the crossbow to you.
Just a little.
Oh yeah, hold on.
Hold on.
Perfect.
And you see him like grabs it back, like, hold on, I might have something better. And you see him grab like, he like lifts it on the table, and you can see it really weighs pretty good amount. As this one, instead of like having intricate wood pieces, this one's mainly metal, and you can see the length is almost 3 times the length of a normal one.
And this is just a question for you, Joel. How many bolts for the crossbow can I carry?
Can you
Like-
carry? Let me see. I actually.
I know that we've been kind of whatever with the backpack and everything that you're carrying, but like,
Yeah,
I'm sure
let
there's a
me.
number.
Let me think here. I mean, the highest you could probably carry is like a bajillion. I'm not even gonna lie. The math there is just too high. However, I will say this, for him, he could probably get you about like 100 or so.
Okay, that's perfect.
That way, you just have a lot, because of course, when you first buy the weapon, he's gonna give you a lot anyways.
When I add this, is it just a regular crossbow, or do I need to add something special?
For that one, I would just leave it as a crossbow, because for you,
Yeah.
it'll work like a normal crossbow. But
Yeah,
because
it's not
you're,
like
because if it
something-
was like a normal crossbow to you, your fingers would be too big to use the crossbow. So like this one's just a normal crossbow for you.
So it's a heavy crossbow, though, right? Not
Yeah,
a light
yeah,
crossbow?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, of course.
I figured, but I just wanted to make sure that I didn't
No,
add
you're fine.
something overpowered.
And then as for Mao, you see him grab this beautiful, intricate bow. It's red, and you see like little dragons like going back and forth on it with gold tips on each end.
Now this. You are going to want to use this. Believe me.
As he like hands it delicately to you.
I look on in astonishment at its craftsman.
You see Risen like, oh, that looks really pretty, as he like tries to touch it, and you see you see the old man just slap his hands. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean any offense.
No birds allowed.
What's the meaning behind all the artwork on it?
So, I had to do something for him because he deserves this. This one,
I mean, people on my screen can see me pointing to Gronk, but you guys, it's always
Yeah.
different.
You're pointing to me.
Yeah,
It's,
you're pointing at RJ.
So he's like, on this one, this right here. So just remember this, Andrew. So put this in your notes after this.
Okay.
Mechanically, here's how it's going to work. Once per long rest,
What's the blacksmith's name? Sorry.
the blacksmith is Yolmar.
Yo, Mar.
Yolmar. And once per long rest, you're going to gain an ability with your crossbow. And it's going to be called Detonate. And that is basically once per long rest, you'll be able to roll a critical hit with that crossbow. And basically what that means is like once per long rest, you can do a lot of damage as it like explodes.
Does critical hit mean
You roll
like a nat 20, or
Yes.
that means roll 2 and you pick one?
no. It's basically your nat 20.
I rolled Blacksmith Yomar gave us a thingy once per long rest ability detonate with crossbow.
Nice. As long as you remember, that's all that counts. And then as he's like, now this one. This one does constant fire damage to your enemies. So be extremely careful.
One wrong shot into a friend and they're cooked for life.
More or less. He hands it to you. And I would
Yo,
say,
Great power comes great responsibility. I heard once a long time ago.
I heard once from a third dimension somewhere.
Third dimension about a spider guy, I guess. It's something.
Man spider, I don't
It was a man made of spiders.
know.
I heard.
So then,
I tell Yomar that Raven, the wizard or whatever, is
yes.
probably not gonna ask for something, but he needs something as well. If he can think of anything he has, like maybe like metal talons or something for his weird bird claw, or something that can channel magic.
Actually, I don't need anything. As you see here, as you see, like he pulls out like what looks to Gronk, it looks just like a stick to you, as you are. Oh, well, hold on. So if you use the ability on the bow, you cannot use it anymore because it explodes. No. I must have misspoke. The bolt explodes. The bolt
It's just
explodes.
once per day I can do a critical hit with my bow,
Basically, yeah.
but
if-
I only can do it
I
once.
must have
after a
misspoke
long
because they did make a good point. they're like that seems pretty dumb.
I ask Rizzard if he at least wants the blacksmith to try to sharpen it, because it's just a stick.
No, thank you, no, thank you. This is fine enough. As he puts it like back in his cloak there. No.
You see Gronk rummaging through this barrel of like small child-size things, and he turns around and he takes what to him is super lightweight metal shoulder pads and just puts them on the Rizzard, and he's like, "That'll help."
You see, like, I see, like, Rizzard starts to, like, teeter and totter from the weight. Yeah, I don't think this is really gonna help a whole lot. But I appreciate the offer. I see, like, he just kind of, like, rolls to, like, drop it off.
So now, I'm
I
not.
also
Go ahead.
just quickly. I asked Rizzard what the stick is because I'm inquisitive. I want to learn what he's doing. Because
As
I just know
he-
hit thing.
He pulls it back out and he's like, yes, this is my wand. This is what I use for my magical abilities, such as, this. And you start to hear thunder and rain around you, but as you look out, it's still clear as day. It's still clear as day as you can hear rain pour and the thunder. And then puts it back.
An illusion.
That's a raining stick. It makes it rain.
We'll go with that, Grog. We'll go with it.
No, I'm not gonna have it cost anything, but the one thing I will say, make sure our town is safe. That's all I ask.
We're gonna do our best to stop whatever's happening.
I'm getting old. I used to adventure like you. I really did. But I'm too damn old, and these aches and pains, they won't go away, so I live through you now.
As he kind of bows and lets you guys leave the sort of tent area.
Lean-to kind of thing.
Yeah.
On our way out, I reach over because I'm the last one to leave, and I grab a little dagger made of silver that I see, and I wink at the blacksmith and slide it into the Rizzard's bag.
Make me a sleight of hand check.
Oh dang!
Ooh.
Can't just let me have
His
fun.
big meaty ham hocks.
I have my sleight of hand is actually better than a lot of my
Did a lot of your stuff there.
15.
50. You see them and you you guys wink at each other as you put it in. Rizzard doesn't notice.
There we go.
So as you guys are heading out of the town, I would say it's probably about midday there, so probably around 12 o'clock.
Let me make a note of the silver dagger because I'm sure I'm gonna forget that Rizzard has a secret silver dagger.
A little dagger to help him out there.
I'm just waiting for some big boss fight or something stupid, and that dagger's gonna come in real handy.
It's gonna come in clutch. Save his life.
Rizzard's like, if only we had something made of silver.
DJ Bag's like, now you're ready to 1v1 a Tarask. One day.
No,
One day.
thank you. No, thank you.
What about a Tyrannosaurus Rex?
I mean, that's basically what it is, yeah. Basically. Except, the world would be ending and, all that fun stuff. But anyway.
Doom, gloom, tons of death.
Tons of death, doom, gloom, all that stuff. All right, so. Is there anything else that you guys would like to do?
No, because that magic shop sucks, so we're just gonna make a run for it, and that's the only other. Oh, we gotta stop and grab our food and stuff, and then
Yeah.
leave.
Yep.
So did I manage to get any arrows with that bow?
Yes, just like with his, he gave you about 100.
Okay. Now, did he give me any more information on I don't know, let's say how much damage the bow does?
Now, I can just tell you the damage. Mechanic-wise, every time you hit it with that bow, you get to roll a d4 and add fire damage on top of that damage.
All right, so it's 1d4 damage for hits and then d4 damage for fire.
So no. So you rolled a hit. When you roll damage, you also add a d4 of damage on top of what
Gotcha.
you're
And
rolling.
it's just 1d8 standard.
Yeah, what? So it. Well,
For
I
the
mean, no. So what is the
Yeah, I think
arrow?
most longbows are 1d8.
So what's the bow, log bow? Because you'll just use
I
the
think it's
longbow set.
1d8.
So 1d8. So
yeah,
you,
so 1d8 and then plus the d4 damage. Or
yeah,
fire
yeah. On
damage.
top of that, yep.
Yeah.
So you can do it at almost like 12 damage if you can roll super sweetly every time.
Yeah, I gotta say my dice have not liked me the last 2 weeks, so
Yeah.
I can't say that's gonna be luck.
I mean, even last time. Even last time.
Oh, dude, you missed it. If it wasn't like when I was playing in Hay Springs last week, my guy literally should have died twice, but they don't like people dying, so they let me borrow their Kyle dice, which is one of their deceased friends,
Oh.
for like saving rolls. So I rolled a nat 1, so that's instant death on a revive.
Yeah.
And he's just like, I'll give you a chance to redeem it. Hands me one of the Kyle dice, rolling that 20. So I went from instant
Dude.
death to instant revive. Dude,
That's
that was
a good
wild.
freaking story though.
So-
That's sick.
His dice liked me, my dice didn't.
It's a sign.
I just want to offer Mao one, like, because I know that we didn't describe it at first. Do you want to, as we're heading out of the town, say anything about the literal, like, metal shackles that I'm wearing? Because I know you said that would have been good for you to know at first, and I forgot to tell you. So I'm
Oh
like,
no,
opening
dude! Like,
that.
I mean, at this point in time, you don't even know what I am, so I keep to myself for the most part.
You said you
Like,
wanted
what fuck
to
my
do
ass,
it,
what
but
fuck you ass, kind of thing. So that's my character's mindset.
I just think
Okay.
it's funny that nobody has asked about them.
You're a big brutish man. I just assumed you were whooping some butt, just giving some lickings out there, dude.
Like Wonder Woman.
Here's how I
Oh.
here's how I would view with Rizzard seeing the shackles. Rizzard knows full well what shackles mean. He likes you. He's not gonna ask you about anything that causes pain or suffering. He's just gonna keep
there's
everything
two-way shackles
where
could be.
it's
It could be
at.
slave or it could be prison. And I'm not sure if you're hiding a teardrop tattoo or something, you know? It's like, yeah, maybe just mind your own business.
So, okay. So as you
know
guys,
me and you're like, this guy's probably a murderer.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Like,
you know,
after
it's
knowing
like
you so far.
little George from Mice and Men.
kinda,
Maybe
yeah.
he just got a little too aggressive one time.
All
He
right.
didn't know what he was doing.
So now, as you guys grab the food from the bar, so you guys each have about 30 days worth of rations, as they all gave you dried food. However, just remember, 30 rations is not 30 waters. Keep that in mind.
That is stupid.
I drink my urine. It's sterile and I like the taste.
It's sterile and I like the taste.
He does
So
not
keep it
do
in
that.
mind, your canteen is about a week's worth of water.
That's still a lot. I mean,
Yeah.
if you're being honest. Like, that's pretty generous.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Usually it's like 5, but I got to consider that 1, you're a gigantic guy, so you probably have a gigantic canteen.
I got a gigantic
Gigantic canteen is the biggest.
This
It's tremendous.
canteen is bigger than any canteen you've ever seen.
Did you ever see? Anyway, anyway, and then for
We're
Mao,
bringing it, and we're taking all the water from the Panama Canal.
I feel like Mao's canteen would also be pretty big as well.
America.
And the main reason, to everybody watching, the main reason why I'm not bogging down the food and water thing is because, honestly, let's be honest, when has food and water been the real detail of the storytelling here? I mean, unless there's like a famine, then yes. But when it comes to like to the actual game, food
My
shouldn't.
canteen's filled with mug root beer.
With mug root beer. It's the best. Get that picture of a dog on it. I love that dog.
Oh god, that hurt my voice a little bit.
Everyone got that dog in him, and mine's
Everybody
the
got that
mug
dog
root
in
beer
him.
dog.
Mine's the mug
My
root
dog
beer.
just happens to be a Chihuahua.
Chihuahua.
Shaking.
Just
Shaking all the time.
My eyes just pop out of my head. I'm just shaking like a leaf.
I hate it.
All right. All right.
Anyway, we're really distracted. I vote we
Yeah.
just walk until we have to set up camp in the direction that the compass is showing us.
The compass, the nub compass.
The undead flesh bag on my back.
All right. So, with that said, as you like leave the eastern side of the city there, you sort of put it down, and then you see it because it has no legs, it just, and you see it, like, start to like worm its way towards that direction in a very slow and painful process.
So what I think I'm gonna do is, since it can't bite, I'm gonna just tie up its arms and legs and hold the rope over my shoulder and drag it on the ground. Because I don't really want it to be on my back that bad. And that way we can also stop any time and just see which way it crawls and make sure we're still going the right way.
That'll work.
Also, I have a wolf named Kind for whoever's
Oh,
watching
yes.
this,
Yes.
because I forgot to bring that up. I have a wolf that we've been together since I was a child, and it was one of the only things that helped me survive
Very true.
trauma. And so he's there too.
Yes.
He also may or may not have a part of one of the limbs of the creature off my back that he is chewing on.
Chewing on for just fun.
Just
So,
forever, as the flesh grows back.
as you guys are adventuring, and it does take a while to get there. And then finally, it starts to slowly get a little bit darker. And the darkness starts to settle in the further you keep going there.
Can we roll perception to see if we see anything?
Go ahead.
Weird
Yeah,
that we just have been walking and nothing has happened.
go ahead.
It's like Gronk is just kind of like, it's quiet.
It's quiet. It's too quiet.
Quiet.
Perception
Mhm.
plus 0.
Okay.
This is what I roll is what I roll, baby. 13.
13. Okay.
Not bad.
As you keep going, I'm gonna say this. You start to smell like,
Beep, beep, boop, boop.
if you've ever been to the ocean, where sometimes if you're even like 30 miles away from the ocean, but you can still smell it from where you are, kind of deal, you can kind of like smell water in a near-ish vicinity.
I'm surprised Gronk can smell anything at this point.
Other than the dying corpse on him.
No, so that makes a lot of sense.
I can't smell anything.
I can taste the salt in the air. We're about 30 miles from an ocean. Like, Gronk is surprisingly good at.
Well, no, not salty water. It's just you can smell water from.
You can tell that there's just a big body of water somewhere.
Not even that. It's more of like, you know how like you go into a basement, even though there's no water damage, but it smells like a basement. That's what I mean.
Oh, you lived in there.
Yes, I have.
And you had a safe in your wall.
That's very true. Way back when. Way back when. So, now, would you like to set up camp now or keep going?
What time of day did you say it was again?
Now it's nightfall.
I would say set up camp. There's,
Yeah, let's set up camp.
Okay. And it kind of also depends on how fast you guys are trying to get there. If you guys are in a super hurry, then, I mean, I'm going to say this. It probably wouldn't take you that long to get there. But if you guys are like sort of like taking your time with it,
I just think waiting until the sun comes up is going to be smarter because not everybody in the party has dark vision. So
Yeah, let's say I don't believe I have dark vision, so it probably behoove us to slow down.
okay.
boon to them. Like, I know I have dark vision, but that doesn't matter if we get separated or something, you know.
True. So,
But I think we should take turns sleeping in a rotation to see if we see any night walkers heading through the forest since it's night, heading towards the place. Any new ones? I lay the half-rotten corpse on the ground and I just roll a big stone and lay it on top of it. It's not gonna die. It'll be all right.
definitely not. So, as for that, how would you guys like to set up camp? Is it just simple? You're just laying down your cots on the ground, sleeping next to the fire?
I feel like this is my thought if I'm like closing my eyes and imagining it. I feel like Rizzard has the most intricate setup, Mao is second, and Gronk has like this very thin piece of leather he just throws on the ground and then instantly falls asleep like solid. Like it doesn't matter to him.
I would agree with that. I would agree with that. So who is?
I was gonna tell Wizard I'm gonna take the first watch. She can take
Okay.
second.
Okay. All right.
I'll
So-
take whatever watch.
So Mao will take first. Gronk will take second, and then Rizzard will take third watch. Is that what
Gronk
I'm
tries
understanding?
not to- yeah, and Gronk tries not to go into deep sleep when he goes to sleep.
Gotcha. Just wants to
Gronk
like,
is the kind of person who always wants to be ready.
which is a good thing to be. So I will say this: we will go to the fire is made. You see Rizzard's expensive blue little cottage he built with magic, and it's very elaborate. It's like the D&D version of glamping. And you see him, he's like wearing like the Christmas Story where Scrooge is wearing like the bedtime stuff with
like the
little cap. He's like, "Ah, yes, I bid you all good night, everyone." And you see him go back into his tent, and he goes to sleep there.
I'm gonna look to Gronk and I'm gonna be like, for some reason, I really thought he would just sleep in a tree.
Gronk laughs as he just takes off most of his clothes except for just some cloth to cover his privates, and then he's ready for bed then.
And as for Mao, you stay up for first watch. Is there anything you would like to do while you're taking watch?
Gronk wakes up and Mao's
I
tortured.
mean, I'll probably snack on some food, seeing how we kind of skipped over dinner.
That's a good idea.
Just eat some of the dry rations that the dwarven couple gave us.
As you are
Um,
eating, you hear a small creature, and it just sounds just like tiny footsteps, just kind of like going around the camp.
Can I roll something to see if the dog notices it? Because I feel like the dog would bark at it.
Unfortunately, you are asleep. And so
But
is
the
your
dog
dog.
is-
So is Kind.
Dog!
The Kind is also asleep. He has to rest too with you. So as
All right. So, as I'm hearing it tap dance around our camp, I want to pick up a pebble or
okay.
a stone and throw it from the direction that I hear it coming from.
As you throw it,
Hello? Hello?
you hear
Oh, you're back.
Hold on. Is he having issues?
Yeah, it cut
I'm
out
right
for a
here.
second.
I'm right here.
What did you say? You picked up a rock, I heard. That was the last thing I heard.
Yeah, I picked up a rock and
Mhm.
threw it in the direction of the noise.
There we go. Okay. So he
Not a
threw
boulder?
So as you threw the rock, you see almost like a colorful bubble as you like throw it at the grass that you heard it from. It just kind of like, it's very colorful, like rainbow colors.
Yeah, baby.
And then you hear the tiny footsteps get a little bit closer. And then
I'm gonna walk towards the footsteps.
Okay. Do you have a torch?
I mean, of course, I'm full armored. Have my
Well,
great
yeah,
axe
yeah. I
armor.
mean, you're taking first watch. You're fully clothed. Yeah. Are you taking a torch or anything, or are you just kind of?
Typical horror
Well, I'm not leaving too far away from the fire. I'm just walking, like,
Oh,
you know,
just-
just from the fire, like a few steps.
So
towards
still
it.
in the light. Got you.
Yeah.
As you do, you see like grass blades like move, and you see it's just kind of like walking around the camp. And then all of a sudden, you hear a sound. And then you hear a sound right on your shoulder.
I'm gonna take a look around to see, you know, noise from behind, kind of. Startled.
As you look right here, you see a tiny, tiny creature. Its body is fully black. You see it has a mask, like a white, just, how do I describe it? Like a white porcelain mask with a little hole, just one hole, that you could probably assume is for an eye. And you can see it has this wild curly hair that just kind of like flows. And you hear a noise that it makes. So as it like pokes you in the ear, and you hear a sound. And then you see it just kind of like walking around the camp, and you hear the as it goes to Gronk, and you see it poke his nose, and like a little
Gronk.
puff of magic.
Gronk doesn't notice that.
No, he does not.
All right, I'm gonna try to lure it in with some of that dried meat.
So how are you doing it? Is the question.
Well, I was gonna say I'm gonna treat it just like an animal. You know,
Are you
like,
going to
you
do it like ET style, where you're like making a
you know,
trail?
It's like you do. You just sit there, you rub your fingers together, you have a little piece of meat, and you do that little. Try to
As-
draw its attention in.
As you're doing that, you see it like it turns its attention to you, and you can see the mask and the long flowy hair, and you just hear that as a sound as it pops on your hand, and you see it's like taking teeny tiny pieces of the jerky there, and you can see it's trying to feed itself, but it can't. So it's just kind of like imitating what eating would be. So it just kind of like drops the food as it like gets close to its face.
I'm gonna whisper to it, and it's like, you gotta go under the mask. Like I tear a little piece off and like show myself eating it, kind of like trying to show it how it's supposed to be done.
You see it's like it just kind of like cocks its head as it's like listening to you. And then you see it,
Come on, little buddy,
and you
it's just a
see-
little bit like this.
and you see it just tap its face.
Where's your mouth? Like I sit there and just point to my mouth, like, and then at his, like,
And as you see it, and it puffs into a colorful bubble once more. This time, you can see it just kind of makes its way toward where your bearings are. And you see it just lay softly in your bag there. And then you see it just slowly turn to ash as it goes away in the wind.
I had a pet for 5 seconds and it dies on me? What the hell? I was saying, can I do like maybe like a history check or something like that? Maybe I heard something about these.
Yes. So go ahead
Would
and
it be
get...
history or wisdom or intelligence? Like, what would
I'm
it be?
gonna say... Let me... Screen might go black, y'all. Hold on. Yes, give me an Arcana.
Ooh,
I changed the background.
that's not good.
for the
Yeah, I got a 4.
A 4. I mean, you've heard of dealings with these tiny, tiny creatures. And they're similar to fairies in a way where they're just magical beings that just kind of appear out in the wild there. Because they originally belonged to the Feywild, but sometimes they make their way to the upper planes.
All right, I'm gonna make a note to ask the Raven Wizard about that.
I just imagine how much differently it would have went. If
All right,
Bronx
so
was
I guess
awake.
I'm gonna just kind of keep looking out. Maybe like it might appear back or something like that.
Okay.
Keep my eye out for it.
What did it do to my nose?
So,
I even specified that I was sleeping lightly, and it went right in my face, and I'm like,
you got to remember something. You're a gigantic dude. If something the size of literally like a blade of grass touches your nose, probably not going to feel it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was wide awake and it was on my shoulder and I didn't even notice.
you noticed when it went.
And then it just
Well,
popped.
yeah, well, because of noise, because I'm awake. The crackling of the flame is probably louder than that loop.
As a, oh no, it's the Bubble Man, says GG Meg 1324. The Bubble Man.
It's Bubble Buddy.
You thought the Hat Man or the Black Hat Man or whatever it is was bad. Meet the Bubble Man.
Oh, hold
At
on,
least it's
hold on. I
not
got a
the
bot
Batman.
in the chat. I'm gonna instantly ban them. There we go. There we go, and they're banned.
Joel, what's your name on Twitch now?
It's What Up Joel because I changed it from Rizzard.
I kept looking up Rizzard, and I'm like,
I was-
where?
I-
didn't know it was a bot.
Well, okay, so here's the reason why. I was like, Rizzard the Raven Wizard is not exactly catchy. It's a super, super duper long name. So it's just like, what's the one way I can stop changing names? I'll just use my name. And there we go. That's how I
I could
came up.
also just stop changing names, but that's just a theory.
Well, no, the reason...
A film theory.
A film theory. No, see, again, the reason why I changed it from Raven, the Wizard, I can't talk now. Wizard the Raven Wizard is because it didn't seem catchy enough. So I was
Can you
like,
put it
okay.
in the text chat for me, because I can't find you on
It is literally just one up.
One Up. Oh, I thought you said what up.
No, what? No.
What up, Joel?
No, it's a one up, Joel.
Hey, what up?
It'll be a picture of a crocodile.
A crocodile?
A crocodile.
One Up Joel is offline.
No, egad.
It's One Up John is what came up for me.
Oh,
Can you
crap.
put the link?
Oh god, the stream did crash. Oh no, the guy said the stream crashed. I think we're
You're
back.
getting running to use the restroom, so I'll be back.
Okay, I think we're back. Hold on, I think we're back. It's because of that dang bot. No, GG Meg, no. Hold on. I'm gonna make sure that we're back up and running here.
Is it like the word one or the number? Like
The number.
all?
There we go.
Oh,
Hey, he's
I
back.
found him.
GG Meg. Yeah, the stream did crash. I'm sorry about that.
Did you
It
like
did
my new
indeed.
background since we're camping, GG Meg?
It's
Now
very
that I can
beautiful.
See the chat.
All right, so here's what I'm gonna do real quick. I am also going to take a quick break. Andy6752, welcome to the chat.
Let's gather around the campfire and sing our campfire song. RCAMPFI.
See, the stream crashed because I had that stupid bot that's like, it was one of those bots, Andrew. I don't know if you've ever had them, but they're those bots that are like, the best viewers are on this random website here. Wink, wink. It's just like, okay. Yeah, sure.
Chatterbait.com. Wait, what?
Wait, what? No, no, not again.
Everyone, don't click the link.
Don't click the link, please.
Don't click the link.
But yeah, I've been getting those a lot. It's just the ones that are like the best viewers are on this site. First of all, here, if people are using bots as viewers, what's the point? What's the point? But the whole reason for this is to interact with people.
It's to trick the algorithm into making them
Affiliate.
higher up on the list.
I mean, higher up on the list, but that doesn't really matter though, because you get
But
paid
you get
for.
paid. Get paid for how long people are watching, and if it shows that you have people watching, whether it's a bot or not, Twitch will still pay you until they find out that it's been a bot the whole time.
And then you get booted off of Twitch for a lifetime.
Yeah, you get booty on Twitch for a lifetime.
I would rather not lose my I think. Yeah, RJ, I was joking that bot that I was talking about, that's the one that crashed the stream. it was payback.
Oh. Oh, okay.
RJ wants to get booty on stream for live.
What are you talking about? Like I said, I was in the restroom. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Joel said basically, I don't want to get booted from Twitch for life, and I said I would like to get booty on Twitch for life or something.
Booty on Twitch.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So okay, I will also go ahead and grab something here as well. I just wanted to make sure that the Twitch was still going up again. So I will be right back. I'll leave you here, GG Mag, with these two goofballs.
No, just one goofball.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I really should like boot up the whole other thing. Wait, you're leaving me too? I don't even have Twitch running.
Dude, you have
Yeah,
SpongeBob, Patrick, and Squidward with you.
Well, I mean, are they singing the "Fun is for friends who do stuff together"?
No.
You and me.
No, it's the campfire song.
Now that one I don't know.
Let's gather around the campfire and sing our campfire song. Our CAMPFRESONG song. And if you don't think we can't sing it faster, then you're wrong. But it'll help if you just sing along. Bum, bum, bum. CAMPFRESONG song. Sing a CAMPFRESONG song. If you think we can't sing it faster, you're wrong. It'll help if you just sing along.
I was gonna say I just opened up that thing and GG May just asked how Red Shirt Man's going. By the way, my day is going fantastic. I get to hang out with these guys. It's great. How about yours?
Okay, I'm going now.
Yeah, run free, Andrew.
Make sure to sing while I'm gone, because nobody will when I'm gone.
Sing what? I mean, like I'm pretty good with pop, like punk, like some. I don't know, fucking Panic at the Disco or something like that. Can't say I listen to a lot of music because most of my crap is like the depressing stuff. But it's not depressing to me because it's amazing music. Don't know why everybody complains about harder music, like, rock and stuff. Like, it gets a little harder than rock, depending on how far I want to go with it. Because I listen to almost every spectrum of music. Not a fan of reggae. Can't really get into that, though. Reggae's not really my jam. Yeah, I just can't. I don't know. The Hook by the Blue Traveling Band, or Blue Travelers Band, or whatever. Weird song. Love the crap out of it. Don't know why. Catchy. Oh man, sorry that you heard you had a bad day at school. Everything going okay, or is it just because school sucks? Because I get that. Yeah, I couldn't even imagine going through school nowadays. Back in my days, wasn't too bad. But I also went to a very small school. I mean, I think 16 or 17 of us graduated into class. Now I couldn't imagine going to a bigger one. That crap would probably suck. Oh, the cool guy singing, him and his buddy are, well, him and my buddy. We're all buddies, I guess, but he'll be back. I do not know that song, otherwise I'd jam along with him, but he's too good. He can't keep up with him. Yeah, God, dude, I don't know. Testing never really seemed to make much sense to me because they don't do a great job teaching you up to that test, and by the time you take the test, you'll never talk about most of that information again, and then it kind of just all fades away anyway. We definitely need to revamp the education system to where it's more practical and teaches you more necessary stuff rather than just a bunch of crap thrown at you at once that you'll just end up forgetting anyway. So those tests do really freaking suck. Making an online pass, what the hell does that mean? That just seems completely unnecessary. Just like back in my day, they would hand you like a giant wooden board that was just impractical to carry, just to be annoying so people didn't want to use the restroom. And that's how we used to do it. I don't even know what the hell you do to make an online pass. Yeah, or a turkey's foot, or something like that. Something that's kind of weird and out there that would make you kind of be like, yeah, I don't want to touch that, But that makes sense. Yeah, the online crap, I don't know why everything has to be online. They're trying to get more away from, social distancing, pretty much. They don't want you intermingling in person. They want you doing it through messages, emails, texting, that kind of crap, instead of just face-to-face. It's ridiculous.
Let's see.
Welcome back, Joel.
Oh my gosh, hello.
Just talking to the boys.
Let's see, where did
My
Andrew go?
boys, Broccoli Chad and GG Meg.
Where is the cool singing guy?
Yeah, I told him that he went. He sang the whole campfire song. He was killing it.
The CAMPFIRESONG song. Let's see, just had a couple of hard tests, but I'm all set. My school been getting so strict, you can't go to the bathroom without making an online pass. Oof. That does suck.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, I was born with IBS. My
Broccoli
mom had
Chad?
it, I have it. Those guys kept track of how long I was on the crapper. They would have to send a freaking teacher with me and just hear me
Who is this Broccoli
explosively
Chad?
blowing up the toilet, dude. They would learn quickly that my bowel movements are not friendly.
Story of my life.
I know you guys didn't need to know that, but you should really hear it after a cup of coffee.
Yeah, for real.
That's awful.
Yeah, that sucks. That's really weird, dude. Having those kind of rules for a bathroom. I remember the turkey foot. RJ, do you remember the turkey foot? Hopefully it's not Andrew. Alt account.
Oh, is that who it is?
It's Andrew.
Oh man, that's funny. I didn't know that was him. I was just like, this guy's kind of giving me I thought maybe Logan, but I was like, why would he call himself Broccoli Chad?
Broccoli Chad. Andrew, why are you using a different account? You goon.
He's just pooping right now and just typing away.
Typing away while he's pooping. That's funny. Yeah, GG Meg,
That's going through
sucks.
the RJ just described.
I'm going through what RJ. So true, so true. I've never felt more alive.
It's just one of those days.
It's just one of those days.
where you don't want to wake up. Everybody sucks. Everything's messed up.
Oh, GG Meg, did you have those types of teachers though? That would be like, that you'd go up to them and you're like, hey, can I use the restroom? And they're like, I don't know. Can you?
Can you? And it's like, oh, may I use the restroom, you dick?
Because, oh boy, me and RJ had those. Oh, yes, sir.
Well, I gotta tell you right now, Joel, like
Oh my
I was
God, yes.
talking to GG Meg, it's a completely different time. I really hate the fact that they're like, now we have to time you using your restroom. Well, it's like, how can you judge everybody's time appropriately?
Yeah, that's weird.
Oh, I can poop in 3 minutes, dude. If I'm having stomach cramps, I can be there for 10. You know,
it
it's
really
like, you can't
depends on
really
the day
judge
for me.
somebody
You know what I
like
mean?
that. And don't get me wrong, GG Meg, that we had a lot of terrible people in our school. We had people that would show up drunk to class and do stupid stuff like that. So we understood the
Oh, yeah.
strictness of where we started from.
Mhm.
But
I think
yeah,
it's
I mean, like, it gets to a
to
point
stop
where it's
people
too
from
much.
vaping in the bathroom. Oh,
Vaping, smoking, yeah, all that crap.
That
We had
makes
a lot of
sense.
people that did all of that. Our second floor bathroom had an actual window access to the roof, and a lot of people smoked in there.
yep. Me, I would because I was very dumb in high school. I was like, and I don't recommend this at all, by the way. What I would do is I would like it would be Alyssa's mom's house. You know where it is.
Yeah,
But
well,
across
where it was, we don't live
where
there no more.
yeah, but right across the street from it, there was like these bushes that I would just chill out and smoke. And then I'd go back to school reeking, by the way. It's not like the teachers didn't know. When you smoke, you smell like it, just like
There's no hiding it at all.
no.
There isn't. Everybody knows.
Did I miss anything?
Well, I don't know. There's this cool broccoli.
Oh
Chad
man,
guy
that
took
broccoli
out you
Chad
about
guy,
you.
dude, I tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never heard of him.
Why do you have an alt account called Broccoli Chad?
I was having trouble when I first started with controlling the chat messages in my account, so I made Broccoli Chat to be my moderator account.
Oh,
To
gotcha.
moderate my own chat.
So was it just because of the broccoli haircut, and then everybody's like a Chad? So the broccoli Chad, is that kind of what the
Broccoli
whole
Chad.
thing was?
You're
Yes.
putting way too much thought into it, buddy.
That was the bare minimum thought I put into it, because it was just like the first thing that popped in my head. You call them broccoli tops, and half of them are Chads. Put
Joel
two and
knows
two
that
together.
I'll just say something and it'll just stick. Like, how long did I say Ron Johnson?
Oh yeah, Red Johnson. Yeah, Red.
Where are you going?
Hey, Joel, can I ask you a
Ron
question?
Johnson. Yeah.
Wait, what? Sorry.
Can I ask you a question, Joel?
What's up?
Have you ever had hard-boiled egg?
God damn it! Have you ever ate a hard-boiled egg? Oh God, still one of the best riffing ever made. Oh, God. All right. We're getting.
how it
we're
came to be. It's just us being annoying to each other.
Well, no, we were just riffing. We were like doing that stupid, obnoxious Scottish voice, just saying stupid stuff. Like I forget what I was saying. Oh yeah. Have you ever ate at the Taco Bell? And then you were like, have you ever ate a hard-boiled egg?
Do you know how many times me and Joel got in trouble for just being me and Joel for stupid stuff like that?
For real. All the time,
Like-
dude.
Other students would come and be like, "Can you guys just be quiet?"
Yeah.
And then we'd be like,
I never got yelled at by other students, so I can't say I've done that.
Oh yeah, dude.
Everybody liked you. Me and Joel were like less liked than you, but Joel was still more liked than me and Tannen.
Yeah, I felt bad because the sad part is, it's like, and I
It
don't even
kinda
know
went-
why, by the way, because we all
like
did the same
RJ.
stuff.
Joel, me, Tannen.
Oh yeah, for sure. And it's sad because like we were all doing the same stuff. That's
Yeah,
the
literally,
thing. That's the
Joel
thing.
could be
It's
like, "I'm not turtly enough for the turtle club," and people would be like, "Joel, you're so eccentric." And then I'd be like, "Turtle," and they're like, "Shut up." I'm like, that's exactly what Joel just
we
said.
just did that. Yeah, for real.
But we'd be on the track bus and it'd be like 4 or 5 a.m. and Joel and I would be like, and everyone's like trying to sleep, and I'm sure
I'm pretty sure
Right,
they
right,
wanted to
right.
kill
Yeah,
us,
no, dude,
poison our
I definitely would've been one
water.
of the people asleep on that, and I probably would have been angry if I didn't have headphones in.
Oh yeah, oh
I
yeah.
tried to stick to all those things, dude.
problem is me and Joel had headphones in, so we had
Oh yeah, so
stupid
we
songs
were
from,
being
like,
loud
Slosh playing like
For real.
the Assassin's Creed song.
over and over again, or it'd be Rhett and Link for sure. Mainly
Olin Rogers.
Olin Rogers. Olin Rogers rarely.
After Joel left,
Rarely,
me and
goes
Aaron,
in the bathroom stalls. I guess that was like my senior year. I think is when that really.
yeah,
came
that
out.
Yeah.
wasn't me and Joel. Me and Joel did. We did a lot of the YouTube.
The
That
YouTube
was when
people.
YouTube was really getting big, and we did a lot of the music videos.
Oh, yeah.
'Cause that was like the time where everyone was making a music video for things.
Oh, hold on, real quick. I want to tell GG Meg something. Listen, okay, listen. From what
Oh.
from all of our perspective, I'm gonna put at both of you guys, and I think I can speak for both of these dudes. People are, if you're weird, people are going to say stop being weird.
But then people are gonna say you're boring when you stop being
Yeah.
weird.
So
I mean,
here's
there's a healthy amount of weird. Like, don't creep people out, but just have fun with life, dude. Definitely don't take it too seriously.
oh yeah, it's not like you're
People
gonna live at the
tell
end
you,
of it. I'm just
I-
saying.
I have lived my life fairly okay. I've been a real piece of shit at one point in time, but before that, I was like beloved by everybody, and I still had enemies of people I never even met.
True.
And it was just because I was being me, I was being weird, I was having fun with my
No,
friends.
that happened for
No
real.
matter what you do, someone out there's not gonna like you.
True.
So live your life, have fun, and enjoy it.
I had my
It's
best
not-
friend.
Life sucks, but if you just take the time to enjoy the little things, enjoy your friends, enjoy the moment, enjoy everything around you as much as you can, it'll make your life better.
I had a friend literally come up to me and be like, "Hey, this other kid in my class hates you." I'm like, "What?"
I'm loving this TED talk. GG man.
And then, no, I had people that literally, I had so many people that didn't like me, and then when they like hung out with me in real life, not at school, they were like, "Oh, he's not bad. He's actually," because like, you know,
Oh, yeah.
you can be chill and hang out and do stuff too, and
Oh yeah, they only see one side. But anyway, I just wanted to put that off because like, we live in a
a
state of
society.
like of where people are gonna have opinions that are just gonna be like soul crushing. Just don't let it happen. That's it. That's really what the point I was trying to
don't
make.
ever let it happen. I have people pointing that shit out to me all the time. Like, even like my brother was making comments one time about like how I should be acting around people. And I looked at him and I told him one thing. I was like, I'm never going to stop being me. Now, if these people around me don't like the fact that I'm me, they don't have to be around me. They can move away.
Mhm.
And that was it. Like, he just left me alone after that because he wanted me to impress some girls or whatever. And it just, that
Oh.
I had no interest in them. I was going to be me. And if they didn't like that, they didn't have to.
Women.
So you know what? I just lived my life, and I told them exactly how it was going to be because I'm not going to change who I am to please somebody else.
Yeah.
I'm going
Welcome
to
to
be me.
Crawford High, the three people who didn't care about women.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're
Well, I was
getting
gonna say,
sidetracked.
not to
Hold
really
up, hold
take
up.
the woman, don't completely change for her. Still be you because if she likes you even a little bit, she likes you because of you. Don't change yourself to be something different because then she'll stop liking you for you.
All right. Let's get off the we're old men and we need to tell the youngins like, yay, just be you. Let's get off of that
Yeah.
for a hot minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get back to the show.
Let's go back to the show here.
Jumping straight back into it. I was looking for my little bubble friend.
Okay. All right. So
I was sleepy.
yes, very sleepy. So we'll go back. And Mal, as you kind of look over all of your belongings there,
Do I even see any
You-
ash left behind?
you do.
Ash.
It's like
I want to
it's like
collect it.
it almost looks like gunpowder. It's a soft gray and white kind of mix of colors. And you want to collect it?
I do.
Let me
He's
see.
gonna invent a gun. Invent a gun.
So, how are you going to collect it, may I ask?
Oh,
There's ways. I'm just saying. How do you want
yeah.
to
No,
collect
I'm
it?
trying to think.
Just
Can't
line
remember what
it
I
up with the
have in
credit
my
card.
Inventory.
You should snort it.
Become one with the fairy creature.
I have not been updating my thing so well. All right. Well, cloth typically doesn't hold powder too well. Do I know of any, maybe like a empty glass jar or something like that? Maybe my comrades have.
I'm gonna say.
Do we have the glass jar that they use to drown Rizzard in potion?
Yes, actually, you do. But it's in.
Welcome.
Can I?
It's gonna be in Rizzard's cabin there. For obvious reasons.
Oh yeah. No, I'll just walk in. I'll even whisper to him, be like, "Hey, buddy, taking the empty glass."
As you like whisper in his ear, you just hear, "Oh, oh, whoa,
Good
whoa."
heavens! Good heavens!
He wakes up and caws like a growl. Can I wake up now? The Rizzard screamed.
Yes, I'll let you wake up at this point, sure.
Well, I mean, I didn't yell in his ear. I whispered, so it shouldn't have been startling.
Some people just get startled awake no matter.
Have you ever
how
had somebody
lightly-
whisper in your ear while you were asleep? Like dead asleep?
Have you ever
I don't
had
sleep all
someone-
that or deep, so I don't have that problem.
Especially in the middle of a forest?
Yeah,
No, that's a little
dead-
different.
Yeah, there's dead beings walking around trying to eat you, and you have just went through the trauma of having your shoulder ripped out and then regrown on your body.
You see Rizzard as he just like looks at you like, I'm sorry, I just got startled. I'm gonna go back to sleep.
I'm taking that glass vial, by the way.
I
I'm
see,
gonna
like,
tell him.
I see
Open,
like his like creepy like his claw hand. He just kind of like gives you a thumbs up as he like just lays back down.
All right, so I was gonna grab it, and I'm gonna go out there quickly because I don't want any like breeze to swoop in and take it away.
Okay.
Can I roll
No.
perception because I look around in the woods? I'm sure there's nothing there anymore, but that's what I
Yes.
would
Go right ahead. As you just heard Rizzard scream bloody murder.
do. Get it? Because a group of crows is called a murder.
But there's only
Ah,
one.
no.
Even though he's a raven.
Hey, Andrew, did anybody ever tell you to stop being such a nerd?
Yeah, we talked about that during the TED Talk portion earlier. 14.
14.
Rolled a
Okay.
14.
You kind of like peer off in the distance and you kind of like let your ears do some listening there.
I
And
do
the
my
ol-
night vision.
And the only thing you really hear is just the soft rustling of wind going through the trees. As for Mao, you scoop up this ash into a vial there.
Mal, are you
I'm gonna make
try
sure it's like dry on the inside. I'm assuming it is.
Yeah, it's
Okay. Yeah, I
Because
didn't want to
wait,
like, throw it in.
for-
be like,
well,
"Oh,
yeah.
now it's trash."
well,
It's
no,
just
no.
clumping
I
in
would
the
do
mud.
that to you because verbatim, your character would definitely be smart enough to be like, okay, this needs to be dry.
Hey, there's water in here.
I'm
I
making a
asked
cocktail.
Mao what's going on because Mao came out and looked at the powder and didn't even say anything to me, and I was awake.
Well, I was focused. I wasn't doing a perception check, so I did not notice that you were awake. So as I'm scooping it in, I can like glance over at you and be like, "Oh, hey, buddy, you can go back to sleep."
Go back, scoop
As
it
you're
in.
like-
Let me
as you're
begin.
just like-
He has his little paper with cocaine on it, pouring it into a vial. Like, no, I'm gonna need you to give me a little more than that. What is that?
So are you asking me what I'm doing?
Yeah, I'm asking you what that powder is on the ground. Like, I'm not like,
It's an animal.
I'm not
A
like
little
saying that you're
fuzzy
doing
creature
something
that
bad.
creates bubbles with its fingertips. Now I just
Now-
sound like I'm deranged.
Mao looks around, and then he thinks in his head, this must be a dream, and just lays back down and falls instantly.
Gronk just instantly just.
I mean Gronk. Sorry, I said Mao, didn't I?
Yeah, you
Gronk
did, but that's
just goes
okay.
Back to sleep.
So you scoop up.
It's like I thought I dreamed of a magic.
All right, I'm not gonna
Cool.
put the lid back on it. I'm just gonna carry it with me because I don't know if it's like a phoenix thing where it's gonna come back to life, and I don't want to put it in a concealed bottle.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
So I'm just gonna walk around with it.
I mean, maybe you do want to have it concealed in a bottle. You don't know what it was.
So you
moving.
leave it open, and while you're keeping watch for the rest of the night, is there anything else that you would like to do?
Well, not the rest of the night. Aren't we taking turns?
Well, for the
I was
rest of
gonna
his
say, no, I
watch.
think I'm good. As long
Well,
as-
I just
I'm
was
gonna
making.
keep
I was
that bottle
making
with
sure
me.
that he wasn't staying up all
No,
night.
no. I just misspoke as well.
That's okay.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna keep the bottle with me. And I'm just gonna finish like towards the end of my watching. I'll set up like a little tent.
Okay.
You know, kind of Eeyore-esque, but instead it's twigs, it's gonna be with a tarp over it.
Little tarp over.
So then when it's who did we say was taken last watch?
Rizzard. Rizzard's gonna be taking the last
Rizzard.
watch.
All right, so like I
I
said, I'll just
said
keep an
you-
eye out, and then when it comes time for me to pass the torch on, I'll wake up Kronk and then I'll take the bed.
I think Gronk normally should be the one that takes middle shift because it's the darkest time and he has the
Dark vision. Okay.
'Cause it doesn't.
So-
Yeah, I was gonna say honestly, my character has no problem taking first watch because that means he gets to sleep uninterruptedly the rest of the night rather than
True.
sleeping, waking up, sleeping. You know.
Yeah.
So my guy's
sure.
fine with it.
Very true. Okay. So as right before your shift ends, you see the ash start to stir in your vial. And you see this little tiny creature of where it's just the torso, and you see the rest of its body is ash as it looks at you, looks at the bottle. It puts its hands up in a heart shape. It glows red, and you hear it just kind of float off towards you, and then you see it just like slowly form back into the bottle.
Oh, like I was like sitting there waiting to tell it that I was going to like pour out the rest of it so it could fully manifest, but it
What
just went
kinda-
back in the bottle.
Yeah,
so I
just went
sit there
back.
watching.
Hit a 360 no scope explosion shot on the bubble boy.
What kind of soap did you buy?
It's
He used the
very
magic
good
soap, and he's like,
I
"There's a
see
fairy
everything."
flying around with Bubbo.
He makes bubbles. So
Yeah, many babies.
as that happens,
But all right, so I just make sure that that thing is set up where I'm not gonna accidentally bump it over or anything like
I'm gonna
that
just wake
before I
up
start.
with
ripping
now
off.
like huddled over a jar of mud, like it's alive in there.
it's alive. It's alive.
I've seen it once or twice.
So how would we like to do this? Would we have Gronk just automatically wake up, or is Mal kind of waking up, getting ready for the
I
next?
really,
well, I'll gently wake
I-
him up when it's my turn to go to sleep, so then I
Just-
know that he's waking up.
just character-wise, because of my backstory, I don't think Gronk ever sleeps super heavy. Like, he sleeps heavy enough that, like, little things like you said aren't gonna bother him, but, like, if anything major happens, he doesn't really deep sleep. So I feel like Gronk will just wake up when it's time.
Okay, so
I just think that fits the backstory better. But
okay, so what we'll do
Well, I was gonna
is
say, my character is paranoid as shit, so he's always gonna
Yeah,
make sure that
me
person's
too.
awake.
Me too.
so we'll have it this way. We'll have as Mal like reaches over to wake up Gronk, Gronk just kind of like rolls over, and Mal can see that Gronk's wide awake.
And I say, I had the weirdest dream.
Oh,
And I explained to
okay,
him
you want to
that,
elaborate?
yeah, Rizzard was screaming and I woke up and you were putting dust in a bottle, and you said a bubble man came and something.
We'll talk about that later, because I had the same dream.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude.
That's a crazy dream. That's weird. All right. So,
I look at your like trashy little shack, and I'm like, nice digs, because it looks good to me. Wow,
Yeah, I was
that's
gonna
nice.
say it looks significantly less than the Ravens, but mine is better than yours. It's
'Cause
it's like
mine
a
is the
slow
ground.
upgrade.
so as Mao lays down to rest, Gronk.
The dog is up now too. 'cause
Yes, of course.
It's a typical dog thing that they have to be awake when you're awake.
Yes, I would agree with that.
You would know, Joel.
I definitely would know. I've lived
you
that.
and your billion dog life.
Yeah, for real. Okay, so Gronk, is there anything you would like to do specifically during your watch?
Since I don't need a torch, I figure I'll walk around the outskirts of the camp because it doesn't matter to me. I can still see okay, and I'm gonna send out the dog to see if it can find anything.
Okay.
Because I figure that I've trained it to hunt and do little small game or like sniff out things that I should know about.
Okay.
And so I could roll animal handling because my animal handling is pretty good.
Yeah, you can
Or
roll animal.
survival.
I'll do animal handling for this one. And was there anything
Does it-
in specifically that you wanted it to look for?
I think that one, the dog knows the scent of the rotting bodies, but on the other hand, also I think Gronk wants not dried meat to eat. So if he found something like a rabbit, that would also be okay. But
Okay.
mostly it's just to keep watch over the camp. Like if anything suspicious or
Just have
anything
him, like-
weird is
Have him
happening,
like, yeah, like have
Good
him like
report.
patrol around while
yeah,
you're.
he like sniffs around and sees if something's there that I didn't notice, basically.
Gotcha.
And if it's an animal, we eat it. If it's an undead flesh magnet, we eat its limbs off.
So, the.
I rolled an 18 plus 2, which is
Oh
20.
shoot, 20. Okay, well, shoot. All right.
Not natural, but it's
But still, that's
Pretty good.
that's a pretty good roll. So as you're kind of like looking around, kind of just waiting patiently, you hear a soft "Aroo," as you can like hear the pitter patter of Kind's footsteps in the darkness, and you hear it start to really chase after something. And you hear the and the crunch of something and a tiny squeak. And then you hear the soft pitter patters coming back to the camp. And yeah, you can see Kind found a large hare with like gray fur, and it's super thick. And he's just kind of like
no, not Big Chungus.
he
That's
drops it. He drops it next to your feet. And it kind of like goes up to you, and you can see he's very proud of his find.
And I'm very proud of him, and I praise him. And then I do the Arthur Morgan and just rip the entire skin off the rabbit like in Red Dead Redemption 2. And I put it over the fire. and
Put it over the
steak.
fire and start cooking the rabbit there. And as you
Yeah.
you shake Kind's head a little bit, and then you sort of send
I-
him off so where he can
Yeah,
just
I
start.
send him back out to keep looking, and then once the rabbit's done, I'll give him a piece, but I'll cook it first.
Gotcha. It doesn't take long at all for the rabbit to cook. Probably maybe like 30 minutes after, especially you ripped off all the fur instantly off. So hardly need anything for cleaning. As you do, you're just kind of like slowly rotating it. This time, you hear Kind. Not so much a good howl this time. As you kind of hear it low and belly, like, "Woo," and you hear him
Alright,
start to growl.
I grab I have my hammer on my back, and I grab the crossbow, and the thing of bolts, and I
Okay.
bolt over there.
As you are heading over there, you
I would
see
say wake up Mao, but Mao has left the chat.
literally as you start sprinting in that direction. I just realized I was recording as well. Start sprinting in that direction. You get closer and you see there is a line of the Nightwalkers just kind of walking single-filedly in the darkness towards the general vicinity of where you can assume is where they're all heading.
I give the kind the command to be quiet.
Okay.
Because like he's already alerted me, I'm there, and I'm gonna say that we're gonna try to like just see what's going on, because they're obviously not interested in us if it has anything to do with like the ones that
Yeah.
literally walked away even as we were trying to kill them.
Yeah. So as you tell Kai, you see Kai kind of like get low, almost like into like a stealth mode. He puts his ears back and he starts to get low on the ground next to you as you both are just watching subtly, and you see the line. And as you see, it's a good line of 20 Nightwalkers. And as they're walking,
Hey,
you notice that most of these ones pretty fresh comparatively to the other ones.
like they're wearing like cool necklaces and stuff.
From what you can tell, these ones, they're all, I would
Dang,
say,
those zombies are fresh, dude. I love
Well,
that.
they
good
ain't got no
lord, not
stank
that
on 'em, bro.
fresh.
They ain't got no
Alright.
stank on them.
But you can tell that even though some of
I
them
know
have
that.
like gigantic wounds like in their heads and stuff like that, but they still look like maybe a day before or even the day of kind
Like
of
they
fresh.
came from like a battle or something.
Yeah, yeah. And you-
I'm gonna follow them a little bit, but I don't want to get too far from the camp. Like I'm gonna still be within earshot of the camp, so if
Okay.
anything happens, I can get back there because I am on watch. If I wasn't the only one on watch, I would probably follow them farther.
Gotcha. So, here's what we'll do.
Or can I? Let me look at what I got here. Can I do like an athletics check or something and try to climb up into the tree and see where they're going? Like one of the trees around?
Yeah, go ahead and give me. Yeah, we'll go. Actually, give me acrobatics for that one.
I can't find acrobat. Oh, it's the top one. Smart move, because my athletics is off the charts, buddy.
Well, acrobatics is more for like speedy stuff, like
I
climbing
know.
trees and stuff like that.
It's for like more nimble things.
Yeah,
not
exactly.
like- if I was pushing the tree over, it would be strange.
Exactly, yes.
I got a 12.
A 12. Okay. I would say it takes you a little bit, but eventually you get to the top of the tree, which surprisingly can hold your gigantic weight.
I'm just imagining it's like a pine tree and it's like hung down and I'm like holding onto it like 2 feet off the ground.
we'll say, as funny as that is, your
It's a
character,
big tree.
yeah, your character would obviously choose like something like a big oak tree or something like that, where it can actually
it-
hold your weight.
Like he's not completely stupid. Do I need to do a perception now to see what's going on?
I'm gonna say, I mean, I was gonna give it to you, but yeah, sure, give me a perception check, just for
No,
poops
you
and
can give
giggles.
it to
No,
me.
no, 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 go ahead. No, 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 no.
No, do it. Do it. Suspiciously, do it.
16.
16. I see everything.
Yeah. I see dead people. Yeah.
As you are like peering, and thankfully you have dark vision because this will make it so much easier. You're peering over and you see there is a large cave opening. about, I'd say, 100 feet away or so. You can just barely make it out from where you are.
Are
And-
they going toward that?
Yes, and you see them start to like just head in there. And
How many more are there now that I'm at the top of the tree? Like, how many can I see now that are?
how many
going
can you
into
see?
the cave?
There's a good, I would say probably around 100 to 200. And you see them, they're all single file. Just walking like a bunch of ants, just straight and narrow to that cave entrance.
I glance back at the camp to make sure everything's okay, obviously, but then I just sit up there and watch to see if I can see anything
'Kay.
while my watch is going on, and I give Kind the command to go back to camp so he can
'Kay.
alert me if something's going on.
Okay.
There's no point in him sitting at the bottom of the tree.
As Kine runs back and you keep watch, you notice two figures come out of the cave. They're both holding torches, and they're both watching all these walking corpses basically walk into the cave. And then finally, as you're sitting watching, the last one goes in, and the two just follow back into the cave. And you can see the light start to fade as they go deeper and deeper.
Can I do like some kind of like history check or something to see if I recognize anything on them, like their clothes or anything? Like, I'm sure it's a long shot because I'm far
Yeah.
away, but like,
I'm going to say, give me a history check, but at disadvantage, because you are like, you can
Far
just
away.
barely make out the cave.
so 2d20, right?
Yep, and take the lowest number.
Yeah, I gotta go for it at least.
Oh, I don't blame you.
I rolled a nat 20 and I rolled a 16, so the 16 is -2, so that would be
14.
14.
Okay.
But what a waste of a nat 20, huh?
I'm gonna say this. Nothing really comes to mind on why people would want
To go in there.
not only to go
Can I,
in
like,
there, but
tell their
to
race or anything?
not from where you're at. No,
'Cause
They're
I'm
cloaked.
colorblind.
no, they're just cloaked, is all, and not really anything in your mind that on why people would need that many
Dead bodies.
Undead.
to come.
and not really any reason to.
That makes sense. I really didn't think I would get anything from it.
Yeah. So
'Cause-
nothing really comes to mind as you watch. And as the near end of your shift, what would you like to do before your shift is over?
Me and Kind do one last like walkthrough of the surrounding forest around the camp. And I'm trying to see if there's anything there.
Gotcha.
Like, if anything's followed us, if anything's spying on us, or anything like that.
As you peer,
Because the one talked to us, like, you know, like they kind of knew what was going on, that we were following them. So
yeah,
I want to make sure we're not being watched by them.
gotcha. As you look around and kind of just keeping an eye out and surveying everything, there's a couple animals that spook you, but other than that, nothing that seems out of the ordinary. Like a
Okay.
couple like owls staring at you, a couple crows from the trees that are kind of watching, keeping an eye. But other than that,
Like,
nothing too out of the ordinary.
Can I ask Craven the Raven or whatever? Rizzard.
Yes.
Or Raven Wizard. Raven the Raven.
Craven the Raven.
So I wake up Rizzard and I try to be gentle about it. But, you know, he's jumpy or whatever. And
Yes.
I wake him up.
Okay.
What does he do?
As you see, you're like trying to be super gentle, but even then he's like, oh, oh, oh.
You know, you guys are going to kill me one of these times.
Sorry, it's your watch time. I can watch if you need to keep sleeping.
No, you're fine, Thank you very much. I appreciate waking up. You gotta remember, new adventurer here, so I'm not quite used to the whole waking up thing. But anyway, yep, I'll get my clothes on. And you see him like kind of whirl his wand, and you see his clothes just kind of just get on him, and you see his big wizard hat as he kind of like fixes it a little bit. All right, now you go get some rest, and I'll keep watch.
Before he takes over, I want to try to explain to him the dream I had with the bubble thing and see if he had a weird dream, because I'm like, Mouse said he had a weird dream about it too.
No, I have no idea what you're referring to.
He had a jar that had like dust in it. In my dream.
Dust?
It looked like the jar that
Well,
you
maybe.
had.
Maybe he's tracking something, keeping in the jar. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Unfortunately.
And then I update him on all the walkers heading to the cave and the 2 people that weren't walkers.
Oh,
were
that's
outside the cave, and
that
then
is-
I go to bed.
that's not good at all. That's not good at all. Great. I'm very glad that I took the last watch. Fantastic.
And I make sure to let him know that if anything goes weird, he can just wake me up or whistle, and kind will wake us both up.
Oh yes, I'm not worried about that. Of course, I'll wake you up with something nice, hopefully, depending on the situation.
Then me
Right
the
there, I was
DM
kind of hoping you'd make a comment. It's just like, and if you get bit, bar of soap. It's like-
I would never say that. No, I'm laughing to myself like I've thought of this, and I think it's really clever. And I say, "Hey, Rizzard, I think I saw your cousin up in the tree earlier." And Rizzard looks and is like, that is a crow."
That's a bird. All right. You
Wanna go to
clearly need
bed?
rest. like pats you on the back.
And I pat him on the back. Very lightly this time, because I know I pushed him the last few times.
And as you go back to rest, the rest of the night go without incident.
Do I
As you-
dream?
As you guys are waking up, it's a good foggy morning. The mist kind of like rolling through the trees and through all the nature. And you see Rizzard go,
No. I think we should tell him about what you saw with your eyes.
as he like points to Mao.
And I say, "You mean the dream I had?"
No, for God's sake, not the dream.
What's going on? I
You're
feel like we're
supposed
going
to tell-
in circles real quick. and
You're
not getting
supposed to
the
tell
point.
me what's going on, because you had a hallucination. Well, remember, you told me that you also had a dream about it, so I just think me and you had the same dream, and it was weird that we both had the same dream.
You're trying to wake up. I wanted you to go back to sleep. I'll tell you guys in a bit, but yours sounds more important. What's going on?
That's what he was taught. He told you to tell me what was going on.
No, he said you saw it with your own eyes, is what he said.
Who are you talking to, Mao or Grom?
I know I was talking to Grog.
Oh. Yeah, because
Oh.
he said to you that you saw something with your eyeballs. What was it?
You put powder in a vial in my dream.
That's not it. You're referring to the other thing.
Oh! I saw a couple ravens, and I told Rizzard that I thought it was his
no.
family.
Birds.
Oh,
You thought
And-
birds were important? No
and
offense.
there was a cave, and 2 people came out, and all the zombie things are going in there.
Wait, hold on. There was
I'm
a
eating.
cave,
I'm eating
and
the rest
2
of the
other
rabbit.
and you were talking about me picking up my buddy. That's
Buddy.
clearly more important.
Buddy, you picked. How do you know? It was my dream and it was dust.
Okay, one, I lied. You were awake. I didn't want to wake you up completely. Whatever, I'll get to that in a second. You saw the zombies. This is our mission, buddy. We have to focus.
I'm so confused because like the whole night is like all mixing together now, and I just can't figure out what I dreamt and what was real.
Okay,
Yeah, but they weren't
assume
attacking.
automatically the cave is real. Tell me about the cave.
That's it. There's a cave,
That's
and
it.
they were going.
So you followed or you watched people come out of a cave? Which one was it?
I climbed the tree, and then I watched
climbed
where
the
all
tree.
the zombies were going, and they went into a cave. But two people that were obviously not under the same enchantment or whatever that was making them walk in a straight line to the cave came out, and then they all went back in the cave. But there was like hundreds of them going in the cave.
Whoa, we don't have an army for that.
Yeah.
Delicious definition, make them boys go crazy.
If this is a phylactery for a lich, they are extremely powerful to the point of this is.
I put my hand on Rizzard's shoulder and just look really confused, like he just said like 5 words that I don't know.
In other words, a very powerful magic user who can raise the dead and then use the dead. They are undead themselves, and they are extremely powerful if that's what it is. Because if they can raise 100, even more, I mean, this is a death wish almost.
I tell Rizzard he should just use his magic to take control of them. Because obviously I don't understand it.
You see him like kind of like smirk a little bit. Trust me, I wish I could.
Okay, do you have any explosions?
I do.
Maybe we can collapse the cave entrance and then see how they react.
I don't think that's gonna do much use. If it's a phylactery, more than likely they have more than one entrance. It's just that's.
I like that idea.
There's just
I
one.
like exploding thing.
There's just one problem there, because then we can't investigate what's truly going on if we blow it up. 2, the biggest problem is, like I said, they have multiple entrances. That's gonna do nothing. All they're gonna do is move to the next one, and then that's it.
One mountain, multiple caves. So we should be able to just walk around. If we destroy one, walk around, find the next, right?
I think I should take Rizzard and Mao up to where I could see the cave from, but we can walk a little bit farther from camp this time, so we can actually just walk to somewhere to see the cave.
Yeah.
But this time I want to look around and see if there's any like a village or an encampment or anything that's I can see on the horizon near the cave.
Gotcha.
Because that's somewhere I would think we would want to go first, other than go straight into the mouth of the cave where all
As
the hilly things are.
is that what Mao? Do you agree to that?
Well, can
Well,
I look first before we make a decision to go anywhere?
So while we're talking about it, I'm going to say, since he's eager to run off and check things out,
Wait a minute.
nightlife is
I'm not
most of the
running
time
off.
when it is dangerous. I feel like daytime travel, if you want to go by yourself a little ways out, you're more than welcome to. I don't think you're going to have an issue. If you see anybody, do not make contact with them. Come right back. Do not stop. Do not say hello. Just come right back.
I just wanted to
If you want to
specify-
do that, I do have to talk to the wizard.
I just want to look. Like, I'm not trying to go anywhere. I'm just trying to see if I can see anything to let you guys know, like, hey, look, there's like a camp down there. I'm just trying to look. I'm not trying to go.
Yeah,
anywhere.
you're just doing a little scouting recon.
I'm just trying to look from the, like, because I figure we're up on the hill and I'm trying to look down and just see with my eyes.
Yeah, with my eyeballs.
Like,
Which
I'm
is
not
out,
leading
right.
So,
you guys.
So if you guys want to separate the party, we definitely can do that because
I
Mal
don't
wants.
want to.
Okay,
I don't.
so
We're all standing there looking at the cave. I just want to take a second to
no,
use my perception to see if I can see anything.
Nobody's left yet because Mal wants to stay at the camp.
Oh, we haven't left the camp yet.
No.
To go see the
No, we
cave
haven't left
entrance?
camp yet.
No, Mal wants to.
No, because we're telling me the story about the cave.
Oh yeah, I recommend that we all go up and just look at the cave entrance because it's not that far from the camp, and we can come back.
Well, I still
What I
gotta talk
recommend
about
with the
my
wizard and
buddy.
everything. I thought your buddy was.
So I'm gonna approach the wizard.
Buddy,
And
I
like,
just got chewed out by you
little
because
box right
your
over the
buddy
glass
wasn't the
'cause
most
I don't know.
important thing.
Okay,
He
so
is an anomaly, something I've never seen before. Of course, I'm gonna be enthralled by him.
I just sit by the campfire and wait for them to get ready to do something. And I stay near the camp. I'm just hanging out.
Well, I mean, yeah, no, we're still at the camp. I'm just talking to the wizard.
Yeah, while you're doing that.
So I have like a
listening,
little
that's
piece of
fine.
Oh,
cloth
okay.
draped over the jar because I don't know if like sunlight's gonna affect it or not. So I'm just keeping it protected.
okay.
So I was like, hey, this little fella popped out, literally, bubble popped out of nowhere. I tried feeding him. He tried eating. He couldn't eat because of his like face mask thing. And then he like went to bed on my stuff, but he turned into a pile of ash. So I put him in this little container as I like lift up the cloth showing the vial, and I put it back down. And half of him reappeared outside of it, like his lower half still remained ash on the inside. But he like gestured to me that we're friends. So, do you know what it is?
Oh. We're gonna see if he does. Give me 1 sec. Okay. Also, Gronk, you said you were gonna go check out the cave while this is happening, correct? No, you're
No,
staying.
I'm
You're,
just
oh,
sitting
you're,
there.
you're just staying there while
I'm just
this.
hanging
Okay.
around camp, so like I can hear what they're saying, but I'm not really
Oh, okay. I gotcha. Okay.
inputting because it's not my conversation. I'm just there.
Gotcha. No, not a big deal. I thought I heard you wrong, so that's why I was asking.
That's okay.
All right. So,
Just so you know, I just realized this. Just going forward, my stealth is at disadvantage because I have chainmail on.
you're a
I
very
completely-
big boy.
Well, I completely forgot because I have heavy chainmail on, so I have disadvantage on stealth. I didn't realize what
That will come into play later. That will definitely come into play later. But anyway, so as you see, as you're telling Rizzard this information, you can see his eyes start to like get like wider and wider and wider. He's like, "Oh, I don't believe you know what you have there, my friend." And he kind of like grabs the bottle very gingerly and he kind of like shades it from the sun. No, I
Well,
would.
we already had the cloth over it, so.
Yeah.
I have a question.
What?
Can I take my? I have a journal in my bag or a book. I couldn't find journal, so I put it under book.
Oh, that's fine.
Can I do like a performance check or something while I'm listening to this to try to draw what I think he's explaining?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And
Okay.
and you see Rizzard. This, my friend.
It's a 3.
It's a stick figure.
It's just dust with arms sticking out and a little head. Like a little circle head with just a circle in the middle. Is this what you saw?
Is this your man?
I really wish I would have
Oh,
rolled better.
so-
but
So this creature right here is what you have. This is a T-jub. A T-jub.
Teacher?
A T-jub.
Yeah.
T-jub. T-E-A-J-U-B. T-jub.
T-jub.
Now, I'm gonna tell
Now, how
you.
do I take care of it?
Well, here's the thing.
I'm taking notes at the best I can with my little drawing, but
This creature, first of all, never, ever, 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 ever put it out in sunlight. Its ashes will burst into flames and he's gone forever.
forever. Now
They never feed it meat.
here's the other thing. You don't need to try to feed it. It's a Feywild creature. It doesn't eat normal things. That's not how it does.
Well,
However,
then how do I take care of it?
but wait, I'm getting there. The part that's most sad about this is usually they live in colonies. Multiple of them, hundreds even. If he's here alone and he imprinted on you, he thinks that you are the same as him. So, in
So
other
I'm his colony now.
he thinks that you are the colony. He thinks you're him, he is you, you're all one. And how do I describe this? They are not really a hive mind, they just believe they are all part of the same thing. And these creatures are so wonderful to be around, so wonderful. Glorious things. But also that makes me wonder what happened to the poor bastard's colony a little bit. Because if he thinks you're a colony, that means something bad must have happened.
Is there any way to develop a form of communication with it?
Actually, so here's probably why, and I was getting to the how do you take care of it and all this. It goes by 1. If you see it. I know that might seem strange, but if you see it, and I mean truly see it, because to us, you're going to be the only one that's going to be able to see the darn thing, which is unfair because those creatures are fun as hell. 2, they feed off your energy, and I don't mean they take it from you. It's like
Whatever I exhibit, they receive.
yes. So it's basically like, imagine how a flower feeds off the sun. It's not
If there
taking
is
the
no
energy
sun,
away.
The flower does not feed.
Exactly. And I'm very jealous of you. I just see like he's kind of like frustrated, like you can see like the furrowed brow, and like you have this fantastic thing, and I get this tent. As he like turns around and looks at his fancy tent.
And your nice fancy cot to go with it. Just kidding. So now here's a question. So I want to be safe. I don't think a clear glass vial is a great way to travel with it.
I would agree.
If I can get a secondary canteen where it's completely covered in leather and everything like that, no sunlight can get into it, I can keep it safe during the day, and at night I can open it up and it can run free.
Let
Would
me
that work?
see.
You could put
That-
it inside you.
The meat pocket.
Yeah, he can just pop right out the beanhole when he wants to.
It's dark, and you'll know
Enough
when
of that
he's ready
conversation.
to.
I don't like where this is going.
Yeah,
I want to
this
know
is-
deep down in my hole, dude.
This is
Hard turn, hard turn.
This is IRL, not Gronk.
Yeah.
Gronk is trying to take.
Oh yeah. This is just joking.
So, yeah, that should be fun. I mean, actually, you see Rizzer look down at the horrible mangled skin of a rabbit that was left by Gronk after he tore the skin off of it and left it on the ground. That might work. Is anybody good at sewing or anything like that? So we can just sort of wrap it around?
What skill check? would we
I feel like Gronk, out of the things that he would know, leatherworking might be something he knows at least a small amount about. Because
I would say, yeah, I would
the
say,
orcs survive off of the wild and stuff a lot.
I'm going to say give me whoever rolls, I'm going to say survival.
Survival. You read my mind.
And
What
if
do
you
got,
both
buddy?
And if you bo-
14.
14, okay. I would say,
What did you get, RJ?
yeah, you can help out with this
Oh,
roll, by the way.
Was I supposed to roll too?
I mean, if
Yeah,
you
he
want to
said
help with the
whoever had
roll.
the bet- It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter.
Okay,
It's
okay.
just you can help out with the roll.
Well, I did not help out at all.
Okay,
That was a
good.
2. Dude, my dice are not fucking liking me today. I haven't rolled above a 10-1.
I start
well, no, I didn't
scraping.
because my bonus kept me over a 10.
I start scraping with a knife the fat off the back of the skin
Okay.
so that it doesn't rot. And it's something that they can, like, that I'm actually a little bit smart about because I have, like, +2 survival. So I'm actually helping with the smart people things, and I'm kind of excited. So I make a little pouch for him.
You see this strangely beautiful craftsmanship, almost like a fur purse, almost perfectly,
Drawstring.
yeah, perfectly able to fit the whole vial inside it. Wow, that's actually quite impressive, Grok. I didn't know you had it in you.
As I shape it through the vial, I make sure there's 0% chance. I have a cork on top that makes sure there's no chance of light getting in.
Perfect.
I gestured to Rizzard, and I read him my notes I took.
Okay.
To see, I say, live in colony, turn from dust to creature, makes bubbles, question mark. What are bubbles outside of water, question mark.
We
I can't see it. Sad face. It's like a flower, but it's not like a flower. Ask Rizzard.
So, to basically explain how the flower thing is, it's like, you know how flowers get energy from the sun, correct?
Yeah.
Now, here's the other thing. It gets energy from him. So that's how it's feeding. It just gets the energy from him. Secondly,
Can he tell it to let me see it?
unfortunately, no. I wish I could. But the creature, once it chooses a person to see it, that's it. We don't get to enjoy it. Unfortunately. However,
What's
it's
a
a-
bubble.
Special guy just for me, which is strange. But Faye is strange.
I can imagine
I
that
agree.
Gronk has never seen like a bubble, like a soap bubble that's like floating in the air, and he just
Well, I was
really
gonna say he's cleaning
confused.
dishes and stuff like that at the bar. Do they never have soap?
I mean, but cleaning dishes is different than like blowing a bubble. Plus, it's like a tavern.
Well, I guess
in a
this is
small-
definitely a magical bubble, so I'm sure none
Yeah.
of us have ever seen it.
It's like a tavern, though, too, in a small little village. I'm sure we're just washing it with water. Because the only lady in town that had soap thought you were crazy for even asking for it. So I'm sure we're not using soap in the tavern to wash the dishes. We're probably
So-
just rinsing them out.
so Gigi Meg brought up a hilarious point. I like to imagine while all this is going on, the undead dude is just like wiggling around, just trying
I've
to
thought
move.
about him a couple
Yeah,
times.
just trying to get out from underneath that rock.
It's like a big rock. It's just like,
Just constantly hearing that undead sound the whole time.
Gronk
No.
has completely tuned it out at this point. Like
Oh, that's
he can't
weird.
hear
Like, is my thing just not resetting down here?
What are you talking about?
the chat.
Oh, I didn't get a
Oh.
new message from.
Oh, I gotcha.
the-
So,
That was 6 to
after that
slightly
conversation,
behind.
after that,
Mao should Mao, why don't you blow a bubble and show Gronk his first bubble? Which is
Add a character.
Your magic soap bar.
I was gonna say I was getting a little bit of one.
I'm seeing into a different plane.
why are we doing this?
I'm seeing into a different plane. There's a flat surface and there's 3 men on there. And one of them has gross spit in his mouth. Is that a bubble? Is that what the thing was doing?
All right. So,
we got a little off track there.
all right.
Just a little bit.
So, now heading back to the game here. What after that conversation, what would you guys like to do?
Well, now
I say I can show you.
I
the
know I'm
cave
protecting
entrance.
that thing with everything I got, so it's gonna be with me. But we need to check out what Gronk was talking about earlier. We need to check out that cave entrance and then examine the area surrounding it to see if we have any camps.
Yeah, I point up to the hill. I said I didn't go all the way up there. I climbed a tree, but if we go up to the top of that ridge there, we should be able to get a good view of it. So that's why I said we go.
Okay.
What about the Rizzy?
This says that. Yeah, that sounds good to me. I'm game. How about you, Mal?
That's kind of what we were talking about. Let's get to it.
All right, so you guys take all the camp's supplies and put it back in your packs. Gronk removes the big rock on top of the zombie and starts to strap it back on his back there.
I'm still pulling him by the rope.
Oh, you're not gonna put him on your back anymore.
No, he can't die, so it doesn't matter if I pull him or if and he can't bite me now. The reason
Also
he was on
true.
my back was to keep him in place. So I'm gonna drag him.
I'm getting off. I have to go to bed soon, sadly. Thank you, Gigi Meg. Goodbye.
Bye.
Yeah,
We're gonna
thank you,
try to
man.
do this
Hey,
on-
you have a great night. Good luck with school and everything, dude.
Yes,
We're
agreed. Good
gonna
luck.
Try to do this every Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yes, that
Thanks
is
for
the
joining
plan.
us. We're glad to have you.
Yep, we're definitely glad to have you. Okay, so
We
now,
try to do this around the same time every week, in
Yes.
case you're interested.
when's the next time you're going to
Safe
stream
spot
D&D?
about 10.
Tuesdays.
Tuesday.
We try to do Tuesdays, and Mountain Time 6 to 10 is what we try to go for. That is our goal. So bye-bye, bye-bye. We hope you
Yeah,
had
hey,
fun.
you have a great night, man.
All right. So now, as you guys, cool, I'll be back. Heck yeah, dude. So as you guys are looking down on the hill, you look down, and all you see is a mountainside. There
That's not
is
very-
no cave.
we were all-
Grog, I thought you saw something, buddy.
I look over and I said, I thought you had a magic friend that blew bubbles.
I mean, fair point. I can't prove you wrong, but
Can
this
I
is a
go
lot bigger
over-
deal than something I saw around the camp. This is our goal. This is what we're working towards, buddy.
Can I go and try to show him some of the tracks
Yes.
around the tree where we found him walking?
I'm gonna
'Cause I
say
can do a survive. Would it be survival? Or would it be perception?
I would say this one would be more of a perception check. Because it's not exactly like an animal or nothing like that.
So perception. I will roll with it.
I got an 11.
Okay. How about you, Mel?
I got a 14.
14. Okay. You see tracks heading towards the mountainside. Now, are you following them?
I figured he would.
Okay. So as you guys get closer and closer to the mountainside, you see that the tracks stop right at the wall of the mountain.
I'm gonna stop and I'm gonna put my hand out because if I'm in front, I want to make sure everybody stops behind me.
Okay.
Is there a rock around, or is it just all dirt and grass?
I mean, no, there's definitely. You guys are in a forest. There's rocks aplenty. So,
Right.
go ahead.
I want to grab one of those rocks and I want to throw it at like where the feet stop at the wall.
Okay. So
Because if it's an illusion, it'll pass through. If it's some kind of other thing, they'll bounce off.
okay. I'm gonna say give me an athletics check. Now, are you hucka-chucking it, or are you just kind of like throwing a rock on a stream kind of deal?
Well, I mean, I don't have to throw it hard to hit a wall. I'm just throwing it.
Just throwing it?
So
Okay.
if it hits the wall, it's gonna bounce off. If it goes through, then we know it's an illusion.
Okay, so I would say you probably don't need the roll then, in that case. If you're not gonna like try to like, like baseball
Oh yeah,
it.
I'm not trying to break down the damn thing.
I'm gonna say you throw it and it goes straight through the wall.
That's what I was worried about. Because
Yep.
now we're dealing with wizards.
I'm behind
Wizard,
him.
a wizard, please tell me,
Well, I
is that a
mean,
difficult spell to
I'm
do?
behind
Because
him
you
and I
made it
take-
rain the other day without making it rain. Is it just a simple illusion? Is it more? Do you know?
this is actually quite simple magic. I mean, to be honest with you, it's just an illusion.
that's all. And you kind of like he goes up to it and he kind of like just puts his hand in and pulls it back out. It's just an
I
illusion.
take the zombie and throw it in through the wall, and then drag it back out by the rope.
Not a bad idea. Any tripwires, he's gonna go right through them.
So as you boom, you hear the thud. You just hear the
Does it echo?
yes.
Like how echoey is it?
As he goes back.
We're gonna say like it's pretty damn echoey.
Like it
As-
sounds like it's a huge cave.
Yeah. As you're like reeling him back in it, he's like it's just like echoing all the way back until you pull him back in.
No, the
Well, it
question
won't kill you.
is how are we feeling right now?
I say we look around. I don't think we should go in there. And obviously we can see that the zombie, even as we set it back down, is still wiggling towards the invisible wall. I think we need to look around this
Make a bad point, and
bridge of the
also
mountain.
he's kind of our muscle. So where he feels like the right area to go is, whether he's wrong or right, we still need him with us. So we should probably tag along.
I just know I've seen way too many for me to handle.
That
Let
is
me
also
see.
a very good point.
Let me see, but here's the thing though, like I said. Even if we look around or whatever, we're just gonna find more tracks leading to here. To another entrance.
But
Then,
what about the two people?
Well, I mean, we'll have to deal with them eventually.
I just think maybe there might be more of them somewhere. I don't know. I just we walk around the foot of the mountain a little ways.
My
Other side of the cave.
Here's what I think. I think if they're smart, they're not going to leave. I think there's only one
How-
spot.
About
Sounds-
this. Hear me out here. It's
Sounds
just
like-
a theory that I want to throw out there. Two guys
Oh, wow,
walked in
go
with
ahead.
them, walked out, took them back in. Those two guys had to come from somewhere. Now, they might be part of a small, just random traveling group of people, or we have a completely corrupt camp nearby.
But-
And we don't want to be stuck inside while they have fresh recruitments outside to come
Well,
and storm it in after.
But here's the thing about phylacteries and things of that nature is honestly, I don't think they would leave because they are undead themselves.
This is what I think.
But they acted more humanoid, if I remember you telling me correctly.
Well, just because they act humanoid doesn't mean that they're not humanoid. An undead is a humanoid. What I mean by that is
Not even
these
saying.
are very, very, very smart undead that are using the souls of other undead to power themselves up.
Gotcha.
So my
now.
vote is if we don't stop them soon or later, they will not be
They get
able.
more powerful the longer we wait.
And the problem
I think that Joel's the DM and he really wants us to go in that game.
No.
anywhere else.
See, no. See, here's how it goes. And I'm gonna be brutally honest with you. If I wanted to, I would just be like, "Oh, you guys should go. Really, you guys should just do that." No.
Or he
I
would
don't
find
think we have
something
to
big
go
enough
far.
outside to chase us inside.
I
You know,
really
something
don't
along
think-
those
Well, yeah,
lines.
no,
We
I
have
wouldn't be
to-
like, I wouldn't be like doing the whole dialogue with it. Because here's how the wizard would do. Because you gotta remember, he learned everything from another wizard. And what's a wizard's one least favorite enemy is a thing that casts spells better than he does.
That and time, because they're always looking for more knowledge. My IBS is kicking up. I'll be right back, boys. I'll try
Go
not to
ahead.
belong.
You're good. So no. So like, I
Can
always
I roll while he's inside? Can I roll perception just to look around, at least,
Like,
the outside of the cave?
of the outside of the game. Yeah, you can
Well,
do that.
because the footprints are coming from all different directions to this one location. I just want to look around and see.
Well, no. It's literally just a straight line of footprints that go into that
So
one.
they're all only coming from that one cemetery.
No. Like, you could assume that, but you can tell that they were all coming from one direction, from what you can perceive where you're at.
5 British guys.
Are you eating McDonald's right now?
No, it's just a chicken sandwich.
That sounds
Homemade.
so good right now. Oh, homemade? Oh, dude, jealous.
It has spinach on them.
Ooh, nice. I saw the bread and it looked like McDonald's bread. I was like, oh man, that does sound good right now.
But can I just look around? There might not be anything
Absolutely.
around. I just want to look.
Yeah, just you know what? Give me an investigation check instead of perception.
6.
Oof.
I had
da-
already rolled it before you said investigation, so
Oh,
I figured
oh,
I'd have to
ouch.
keep that one.
So as you're kind of looking around, you do see.
Oh no, I lied.
Go ahead.
3.
Oof, that's
Rolled a
way
3.
worse.
Yeah, it's a -2. I looked at the wrong number.
I will say this: as you are looking around, you do notice
Your
That-
eyes are closed and you can't see anything.
that the two humanoid. Why is that chair open? Rojobo?
Is that RJ?
That might be RJ. It's if it's not RJ, I'm pretty sure just by the name. If it's not RJ, he went to use the restroom.
R Ro J Joe Moats Mo.
He's the prettiest one. That's RJ.
Only
That's RJ.
Only RJ would lie to us.
He's the prettiest one.
Chat.
But anyway, you notice that there are different footprints in front of the cave than the humanoid undead that were barefoot.
But the humanoids, no matter where they
The
came
pretty
from,
one's
they
back.
went in a straight line. But like the people who aren't being controlled can walk around in like a
Yes. Yeah.
abnormal pattern.
Yeah, exactly.
All that happened when you left is I noticed that some footprints don't go in a straight line like the undead. So there had to have been other people walking around. Because all the ones that were under control were going in a straight line. So their footprints all would line up. But there's some that are like big-a-doo, big-a-doo.
Descriptive, and I like it.
Whippity-doo.
It was all like whippity-doo.
Whippity-doo. Starting to sound like Adam Sandler. So anyway, what are we doing?
I'm gonna
I
glance
slowly
over to
walk
the
around
wizard.
a little.
Is my little buddy gonna be okay in a cave?
Well, it's pretty dark in there, so I would
So for the
assume.
most part, he'll be fine, right?
Yeah, I don't see why he would need anything,
Worst
really.
case scenario, we go in, we don't come out. I can at least release him.
Oh, that's true.
I asked the wizard if he thinks that the people in the cave killed the Dust's family.
Oh, well, that's an excellent question, actually. I mean, to be fair, the poor creatures could be wiped out by anyone, really. I mean, as he probably knows, they're not exactly a fierce culture. They're awfully friendly. And honestly, they are in tune with nature, so I would be surprised if these people did it. Because, I mean, their magic would just... I mean, he wouldn't survive if it was them. Let's put it that way. Things...
You just handed Patrick and SpongeBob a plate.
Here you
Is
go,
this
guys.
played an instrument?
No.
It's an instrument.
So,
Yeah.
what are we doing?
Let's go on in. Let's venture in.
I asked Wizard if he can turn the wall off so we can look in first.
Yes, give me one moment. And you see him, like, take out his wand from...
I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna stop him before he does that. Is that gonna waste a spell slot?
Let's see.
Because
I
usually
just think
counterspell would
it's
have to, and I don't want him to waste a spell slot for us to walk through a goddamn thing. I'll stick my head through.
Let's see here.
I just don't want you to stick your head through and it get cut off or something by somebody.
Well,
waiting.
you threw the body through. Remember, there's no traps.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that
There we go.
somebody's not waiting, listening to us talk outside.
Well, I
the
mean, you can
wall.
like stick the sword through if it gets clunked on, and if not, then you can just stick your head the rest of the way through.
Hey!
No, it shouldn't. It shouldn't cost a spell slot. Here we go. And you see him like, just wave his hands, and you see like wind just kind of like burst from the cave as the magic starts to dissipate slowly into like soft sparkles, and then finally you see the cave entrance in front of you.
I tried to catch some.
Try to catch the sparkles. As you
Well,
try
'cause
to.
I figured, well, I'm trying to catch some of the magic.
You try to like
Yeah, store in
capture
his
the
pocket.
sparkles as it just kind of like dissipates in your hand. Now, we would need to light a torch, fellas. As per goes, it is a cave and it is very dark.
Some of us wouldn't. I have a torch. I also have oil. And, caltrips, crowbar, dice. I don't think I have anything to light the torch with, but obviously we have something to light things with.
I have a tinderbox. We're good there.
Excellent.
I'd like to see your tinderbox.
Let me see your
Oh.
tinderbox. Tinderbox.
I'll
Anyway.
make your crotch on fire. Tinderbox.
Tinderbox.
Dating website for people who really just want to be naked.
Okay.
Okay, I missed something what you said. I don't know where you're at on your screen, but you're over here on mine. Yeah.
I said Tinder is a dating website for people who just really want to be naked.
True.
Oh,
So-
and their box will more than likely be on fire afterwards anyway, so it makes sense.
True. So here's
We
what we're
had
gonna
a
do.
homeless guy come in that had sexually transmitted disease, but he is sure that it's actually a bug living inside his pee-pee. And he
What?
comes in and asks them to take the bug out.
That's weird. Anyway, we're gonna
They're
skip
like,
right
"No,
over
you
there.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to hear any more of that. Like we're just
That's
to rest.
terrifying.
You
So-
don't like my normal everyday life?
Everyday job.
Yeah.
So
I was gonna
as-
say, dude, I don't envy you.
So-
that's for sure.
So we're gonna have to get back here.
By
As
the
you
way,
guys
this is
go
me and
into
Richard
the what?
Now. This is me and Rizzard. This
Oh.
is Mal.
So
Yeah.
as you guys go into the cave, You can see it's very moist. You can like hear like the droplets from the ceiling like hit the floor.
Moist.
Moist.
As you guys are going in, and there's like some puddles, but not like nothing too deep as you guys are venturing further and further. Then you can see it breaks off into a left or a right.
Before we choose, I tie the thing back on my back. That
'Kay.
way, if we get into a situation, I don't lose it.
Wait, hold on. Was that whole time it was just sitting there, just warming towards the
If we
direction?
left
Because
it-
that will help us decide which direction we go.
Well, we can
Which
check
way
that,
is it
but
warming?
You can also just
Is
see
it
the
right or is it
footprint.
left?
Let me tell you, I've been dragging that thing across the ground since we left the town. I haven't had it on my back one time. I just have the rope thrown over my shoulder and I'm dragging it behind me.
Oh, I thought you said you threw it through the illusion.
He
I
did,
did,
and
but
then
I
he
pulled
pulled
it
it back.
back out.
Yeah, with the rope.
Well, yeah.
I
So I
know, I
mean,
really
that way
like
it
it.
can lead us. Let it lead us. I put that arm down. I'm starting looking like Elon Musk or some shit.
I just don't want to get into a fight and then have to let go of the rope and then it's gone forever. So
No, I mean like it can let it guide us between the two. It's a fork in the
Yeah.
road, dude. It's got to take us one way or the other. Let it
which
take us
way
one
does it
way.
go?
Then we
So,
can pick it up, and then when we come to the second or next intersection, then we can find our next way.
which
We don't
way
have to
does
leave it
it?
untangled.
Okay, so is that what you're doing there, Grok, as you're kind of like carrying your human briefcase?
Well, I just let it choose which direction it wants
Okay.
to go in, and then I strap it onto my back.
Okay,
Like I,
so
Yeah, and that's
that
exactly
way
what I
can
wanted.
swing things around and not have to worry about where it's going.
as you are going down, it goes down like a spiral.
Did we go right or left?
We went left.
your left or my left.
Your left or my left? I'm very confused.
Is it
As you guys-
stage left?
As you guys are going down further and further in what seems like a lifetime, as you go down another fork in the road. This time, it's either you go straight or you go to the right.
I'm going to the right. I don't want to go straight.
You have a backpack.
That was a
Listen
joke
to it.
about, That was a joke about politics, but
Oh, gotcha.
we used the corpse to teach us which way to go.
Okay. As you are going further down, once again, it starts
We
to
went
just,
straight.
yes. So you went straight. So you're just spiraling further and further down. To eventually, you start to see light. And it's starting to go towards you.
The light's coming toward us.
Yes.
Stop.
That's torches.
Wait a minute. RJ, now you should look in your bottle and see if Dustman is back. Since we're getting deeper and deeper underground.
Well, I mean, I don't have any knowledge on this thing.
I just think that he.
I am
he
curious
kind of
as
came to
well,
see
so
you
I will
for
listen to
a
him.
reason.
I'm gonna also say let's be quiet, let's crouch down, and let's slowly back away from the oncoming light. So as I'm pulling it out, we're still just crouch walking away quietly.
Okay.
I'm gonna pop open the top and
Okay.
whisper in and be like, hey buddy, are you awake?
And
You know?
you see
His
all of a
hands
sudden-
out, flipping you off.
all of a sudden, like, the ash just kind of like bursts from the vial, and you see a bubble form out of the ash, and it pop, and you see his little tiny body appear right on your shoulder, and you see him kind of like,
I'm
Kinda
gonna
like-
move my finger to my shoulder so he can like prop himself up on it so I can like look at him when I'm talking.
okay,
Bronx is
So
full
you
of
just-
wonder, childlike wonder at a bubble.
Yeah, I was gonna be like, hey, can you tell me like how many people are over there?
you see like he kind of like He sits down on your fingers, kind of like this, like swinging his little legs over. And then you see him look down towards the light. And you hear that voice that... And you hear the... And he pops. And then for a moment there, you guys wait.
I can't see the guy though, right? I just saw
You
the bubble.
cannot see him yet.
No, I'm the only one that can see him.
Did I see the bubble?
You do see the bubble, but that's the most.
Yeah.
So then, for a while there, it's like a good solid 5 minutes as you're just waiting. And you hear the... As he pops back, and he sits on your shoulder, and he taps you, and he kind of like just tries to grab your ear and tries to pull you in a direction.
All right, so I'm just following the direction he's pulling me into.
As he pulls you up on the staircase, up to where it had that fork. And then it starts pulling you the opposite way that you guys were coming from. And as he starts pointing.
Deal.
All right, so as he's pulling, I'm gonna like have him stop tugging on my ear. I'm gonna ask him a question: Is just the safe way? Is this the way that we need to go to stop the bad people?
You see, he does like the OK symbol as he's pointing over to the direction he was pulling you in, and then he points down, and he gives you like a double thumbs down.
Bad guys downstairs, safety upstairs, right?
We might as well go the safe way first, and then if we need to go the unsafe way, we can come back.
You just hear RZA be like, "I'm so fucking jealous. I don't get to see the creatures."
What is a caltrip?
A caltrip is like spikes. Like you can lay spikes like on the ground.
Yeah, so people step on them, it slows their speed and does a little bit of damage.
I'm not trying to use this to like hurt people, but I think every like fork in the road we should put a caltrip where we came from, because I have 20, so because I never have used them, but I figure it's the only thing I have that we can mark the way back in case we need to get out of here.
Well, I was also going to say with those we can set traps, so if we see those lights coming, throw
I
a
mean,
shit
you can
down and
still use-
tell trap. As soon as they step on one, next step's got to be another, and it's going to be like kind of like a thorn field. They have to take so much damage before they go through, and it slows their movement while you're at it.
You mean like Orcs Must Die? The epic video game?
I've only played
The epic
once, and
video
I
game.
showed me
Epic?
call it as well.
So, as
I just
you
think we
ask
should
that
try to
question,
figure something out to mark the way back.
as you ask that question, Mao, real quick, you see the small creature give you a big thumbs up.
I gotta.
So safety's this way, our enemies are that way. That was the thumbs up.
Yep, yep.
I'm gonna look at him. I'm gonna be like, "We have to stop them, buddy. But you don't have to be here. You can run away and save yourself at any point in time. But if you'd like to stick with me, you're more than welcome to. But leave if I fall. Okay?"
You see him like he does the heart thing again. You see the heart shape, and it just kind of like glows red to you, and then it pops. And then you see him just kind of go back into his vial and turn to ash, and he closes the top himself.
Why did he touch my nose and nobody else's, and I can't see him?
Well, the Feywild, as much as you know, are a bunch of pranksters. So, and they didn't
My
know
nose
that,
a different color or something?
and they didn't know that you weren't awake.
Okay.
Anyway,
All right. So I'm gonna look over the ground and I'll be like, "Okay, we can go down there, but let's set a trap. You have calatraps. Let's lure them into a large set, and then we can have a small ambush."
Yeah, let's just block the entrance and go down where the Fae was going, so if they do follow us, we know.
The Fae was leading us back to the surface to safety.
No, he said it led us back to the fork in the road and wanted us to go right instead of straight.
yeah.
Yeah, well, I just assumed that would be a secondary exit because all those outside exits would go to that fork and lead us down to that one.
I thought it meant that it was taking us to a different part of the cave that the Fae wanted us to see first. But maybe the
Because when I said the enemy we want to stop is this way, it said yes, and safety was the other way. So I thought that was just a secondary exit.
There's only one way to find out.
Well, I'm gonna tell him that. I'm gonna tell him exactly what I just said. He said our enemy's one way, a safe exit is the other.
I mean, let's just go that way.
If you want to see if it leads us to a secondary tunnel that will take us a safer route, we can.
I just
but I'll
want
leave that
let's
up
go
to you.
down it because that's the way the Fae pointed, and we'll leave the caltrops blocking the entrance to wherever we're going. Whether it's a secondary exit or another part of the cave, I just feel like just block the entrance with the caltrops, and if you hear yelling because they are caltrops, then we know.
All right, so we're going down the second fork then.
Yes.
So there was a fork, and then there was a straight or a right, and we went straight, and it went all the way down, but the lights, so we came back up to the fork, and we're going right now instead of straight.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
So,
So
I
we're
just
going
was
the
making
second
sure
tunnel.
I was understanding.
no, you're fine.
Yeah.
Why is my HP at 5, Joel?
Well, that would be on you for not changing it, my guy, because you had a long rest, mister.
I thought you changed it back,
No, why would I change it?
because you have control.
Well,
All right,
yeah,
now
I
was gonna
can,
say,
but I'm
so-
not going to
so we
mess with
had-
your
we
guys'
had
characters.
multiple long rests. Now that's another question I was going to ask you, Joel.
What up?
How are you playing those long rests?
Solid 8 hours of sleep's a long rest, 4 hours is a short rest. That's
yeah,
your
no,
typical-
but I mean, like, guys,
Like-
how are you treating it?
Like, what do you mean?
Because some people treat a 8-hour rest as like 2d4s of healing.
Oh, for me, here's how I do it. 2d4s or 1d4, I forget what it is for half rest. And then I always have your HP go back to full after a long rest. Only because, here's the thing. If you try to get bogged down too much into the mechanics of the thing, then you lose out on the story and the actual game itself.
Yeah, and then see, that's what I was thinking too, because Wednesday, you know, like when my character died and had all the crazy rolls and all that shit,
Yeah.
they were like, no, a full 8 hours is like 2d8s worth of healing. Well, then I roll 2 2s, and I only heal 4 for full 8 hours of resting, and so I
Yikes.
go from 1 health to 5. And I'm just like, well, what am I supposed to do with this? You know,
Yikes, that's a
every
rough
enemy
time.
we fight stronger than us.
Yeah, and see,
And
that's
I
the
didn't like that
thing.
either. I do like the idea of like, yes, I understand that not every wound's gonna heal overnight, but
Yeah.
like, give more than just like a handful of points, especially in a time-based campaign
Oh,
where
yeah.
it's like, oh, you have to go, and your guy can't heal.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
It takes away
I'm
from the
gonna
fighting,
take-
in my opinion.
gonna take
So I
long
do
rest.
appreciate the long rest actually being full health
Well-
because that, in my opinion, is definitely needed.
Well, also, I mean, and you're also a cleric, and you have a spell that doesn't cost any spell slots to heal. So, the smart.
Well, I'm not a cleric, I'm a paladin.
a paladin, same difference. You still have the healing wounds or whatever it is, the
Yeah, but I only
cantrip
get
that
10
heals.
points.
Yeah, but it's a
Like,
cantrip
10
that you can
points,
cast. At,
one per long rest.
well, that's that one. You also have another one, if I remember right.
I don't think I have any cantrips, or if I do, it's
Isn't it lay on hands?
no, because that's part of the healing one, where I only get 10 points. My
Well,
cantrips, I
hands
thought
on
were
somebody.
Screen by it. Go black. Hold on.
and my first level is Cure Wounds, Divine Smite. Where the fuck is my cantrips? I don't think I have any.
Oh, you didn't add.
Healing hands.
No, it says right here, lay on hands healing pool. You can expend 5 points of healing from the pool of healing to
Oh,
remove
you have a
poison from
pool.
creature that-
That's what
Yeah,
it is.
so I got 5 charges because I'm a level 1. I was thinking my other character, which is level 3 up in Hay Springs, but
Well, even-
this one,
Even still, your
I
character...
can heal 5 points, and then I have to long rest before I can heal again.
Yeah, and well, we'll just say for brevity's sake, because I mean, 1, you guys all had potions. 2, I mean, we've had a lot of long rests already, so it would be super easy to be like, boom, you're healed, boom, you're healed, such and so forth.
Yeah.
So
I also have a simple healer's kit that I have in my bag. But
Also
I
that too.
I've never brought it up because we've never needed it.
So now, are you guys headed towards the right?
Yeah, I want to.
Yeah, we're going the opposite direction.
Okay.
But the entrance to that hallway we are going down, I lay down like 4 or 5 caltrops to block, so whoever walks through is gonna get.
So people coming down are going to be the ones that get hit, correct?
Yeah, so if anybody follows behind us, they're gonna get hit by
Oh,
those.
so behind us on this path.
Gotcha.
So like if this is the door to the tunnel, I'm putting them right there, and then we're gonna keep going and leave them behind us so that we can.
See,
hear
I
them
was
coming.
thinking the other 2 options, like the one we came down or the one that we just came from. So
Yeah,
I thought
no,
you meant
I'm-
one of those.
No, I'm blocking the way we're going. That way we can hear or like at least slow down whatever could be following us.
So
I got a mark that I got rid of my caltrip, so.
as you guys are heading towards in the right direction, you start to hear a flutter of wings coming from behind you, which you can probably guess it was probably from the staircase there.
I look at Raven.
What are you looking at me for? Do I look like I flap around?
I don't know. You're the only one with wings.
Hey, buddy, do you have like?
You see him just pull out his hands.
Really? I have wings, really.
Can I use my
Can you
perception
cast
since
like
I'm
a
in
fire engulfing area? So as those flapping creatures come around the corner, you can torch them all at once.
Can I look first before we start it on fire? What if it's more of your friend, like Feywild things?
Like you
What
already
if it's a
said
different
that
fate?
all of its family died. It chose me as its family.
Yeah,
The
but it
rest
doesn't
of
mean
them are
it's
gone.
not a different Fey creature.
And also, this thing doesn't fly.
It sounds like the undead are upsetting the Feywild ecosystem, and I just am worried it's going to be another different kind of creature from the Feywilds, and we might not want to start it on fire. We might want to use our eyes, and then if it's bad, we
Well,
start it on
Mr.
fire.
Wizard, will you please use your eyes to see what it is before you torch it?
Do you want me to see? Because I have night vision.
We have a torch.
All right, so here's what we'll do. Why don't we have somebody who can sneak to the edge of the turn and just see? Do
Well,
we-
I can go to the edge of the turn without having to bring a light.
Which
Wow.
would help the sneaking, I would guess.
But the problem is you're very heavy.
As he kind of like looks
I
at
was
your
gonna say,
armor,
So that's a advantage. So is that just a standard roll?
it would
I
just
think
be
it
a
would be-
standard roll.
Yeah, I think it would just be a standard roll because it's going to be like dark by the time I get to the corner.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So you're loud, but you're invisible. So
That face.
it's something.
It balances out with logic.
All right, go ahead and give me a roll.
For stealth,
Yes.
19 plus 1.
Ooh.
Plus 1. Sweet. So 20 total. Okay. As you
That's
kind of
not
like,
natural.
you sneakily start getting to the edge of the wall there. Somehow, even with your clunky armor.
I'm just crawling.
As you're
slowly.
crawling, you
Takes
he-
a long time, but I get there.
you hear the flapping
finally.
get closer and closer and closer. And finally, you peer out into that little hallway where you guys just were at. And as you look up, you see these gigantic, big red bats. And there's 2 of them, and they just fly up and they just follow the staircase up.
Oh, towards the outside?
Yeah.
Alright, see ya. I think
All right, well, I'm gonna say, yeah, definitely don't fuck with those.
Yeah, let's just keep going. Like, okay. I just come back and say, it was bad, so we just
Gronk.
keep going. Hey.
Calatrava behind us. Let's just not forget when we come out.
Yeah, I marked that we have 5 I have 5 missing now, and so we'll remember.
Well, I'm talking like you marked. Oh yeah, no, okay, you marked the top of our stairs. Okay, yeah, no, you're good. Yeah.
Because
So
I
I-
didn't mark it before when we came past the other band. Like,
Yeah, I forgot that you marked ours. I was thinking you marked one of the other ones, but it was ours that you marked.
so anybody walking will not
Yeah.
be able to go through, but a giant red bat probably could come down if they want.
All right, let's keep moving.
So as
Let's
you're
keep
going deeper
swimming.
into the right turn.
I feel sad that I wasted that beautiful stealth check on 2 big red bats. Because later it's going to be like a Lich King or something, and I'd be like, stealth, 1.
What?
Well, I mean, you're also gonna be at disadvantage for the next one. That's the problem. Like, we just had an advantage and disadvantage cancel out right there.
As you guys go deeper and deeper, and it's just a straight path. Finally, when you get to the end, there is the wall of the cave, and then you see a body of sorts. Skeletal in features, has like a tuft of a mohawk. There's no eyes, it's just gray. You can still see like there's still kind of like meaty bits in like the rib area a little bit. And you can see it's holding like a bow and a sword in one hand as it's just like laying there.
No wonder it died. Can't use a bow with one hand.
Okay. I'm actually just gonna swing at its neck.
Okay.
I'm gonna bring. Hold on. I'm wielding a great axe, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna just take it down. I'm not gonna go like super hard with it. I mean, it's a skeleton. I don't need a lot. I'm just gonna right on its neck.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an attack roll.
Wait, attack, not strength. Uh-oh.
Do I get advantage?
I'll give you advantage. Why not?
Because I was gonna say it's either asleep or it's
a skeleton.
well, yeah, it'd probably be asleep. Okay. Both dice have been hating me today, so let's see how it goes. 9. Both dice
Nice.
still hate.
You still hit. As you clunk, you can hear like it just embeds into the bone. And you see the skull just kind of like lazily roll off the body.
All right. I just
That's
wanted to be
it?
safe. I was not gonna risk a skeleton that for some reason still has organs. Freaks me out. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of.
We've seen skeletons regenerate from.
I
or
think it's just
zombies
more.
regenerate from nothing. So I figured.
I just think it's more concerning that there's actually a dead body in here that's not alive. Like, normally you'd be concerned, like, oh, there's a dead body, that's concerning. I'm more concerned that this dead body isn't alive when every other dead body we've come across has come alive.
I don't like it. That's for sure.
Strange to say the least.
Can I throw the body of the zombie at the wall and see if it's fake, since it's a dead end?
Yeah. Go ahead and give me a strength check. Are you throwing it? Are you hunka chucking it, or are you just kind of like?
No, I'm just trying to see if there's a
lazily
fake wall
toss
there.
it. I won't even
Yeah,
give you a roll. It's
I just am like,
just like lazily toss it, and it just kind of
Yeah.
just it slowly falls, and then you see the skeleton body. The minute that the undead touches the skeleton, you see the skeleton just give it a big boot, as it just flies and hits the other side of the cave.
Wait, it kicked it?
It did.
Alright, well, I strap it back on. I go collect it and strap it back on the back while...
And you see the skeleton reach forward, grab its head, put it back on, looks at you, piss off. And it just lays again. And that's what we'll end the stream, baby.
And then I pee on it. I pee on the skeleton next week.
Next week, Gronk is peeing on the skeleton. Let's go, gamers.
He told me to pee on him. I'm doing it. He told me to pee on him, and I'm gonna do it.
I'm gonna do it, guys. But yes, we will end the stream there.
All right, so I'm just gonna tell you right now, Gronk, we're gonna make friends with that guy.
I don't know. He seems.
I'm just saying, 1 lop, 2 lop,